I don't know if the transfer queue would be long. I feel like Sunday nights are not high queue nights. Still so sad that I lost out on the cacpot. Still so sad. Completely missed out on it because I forgot to buy tickets. But I have tickets for next week, okay? Don't worry. We got there. Yeah, the queue's only 24. It was 30-something last night. I mean, Saturdays and Friday nights have got to be big. You know, while the 10 seconds left in queue is playing by. Let me see if I can look at what Shabby just posted. Stream Racer. Take a look at this. Let's take a look at this together. All right, what do we got? This is what Shabby was talking about. It looked jank. I like it. The question is, it's an auto racer, right? So like nobody's actually controlling anything. Oh, there's just the right amount of jank right there. Excuse me. Feels like it could be good. Just look at it. There we go. It's free. I mean, there's no downside to it. Fuck it, why not? We'll have it in there. Seems like it functions the same way. It might not be as interesting just because it is going to be cars on a track, but at the same time, you never know. Oh, so chat does have some control over how they race. Interesting. High quality jank is what we're looking for. Anyway, let's go do our mini cacpot so that I can shove it in Cat's face when I get obviously, over 1,000, which is our standing bet every night. Honestly, we should probably do a prediction based on that. Will I get more or less than 1,000 total points in all 3 cacpot tickets combined? We might as well set that up. You know what I want to do? I want to figure out how to do predictions by chat command. Because if I can do that, then I can just have a button on the stream deck that starts those predictions without having to dick around with using that. There we go. Okay, so let's actually do the prediction. Why not? Let's use some of our points. Star prediction. Let's see. Will the total winnings be over 1K? Outcome yes. Outcome no. There we go. Perfect. You'll have a minute to get your vote in there. I'll go ahead and do the first ticket. Now we'll wait. We'll wait. There we go. In the minute since I logged in, the queue is up to 41. And we'll see. Hey, there's Umbreon. Nice, dude. I'm hoping that I'll see Chicken McNugget again tonight. We always hope for Chicken McNugget. Also, yes, there are a ton of potatoes here, which is terrible. Hold on, where is my thing? Hold on, I had a thing. There we go. All right, prediction's still going to get about 40 seconds and 20 seconds. See what you guys are thinking so far. There we go. Someone's got some big balls in there to make that guess. Someone's saying over 1,000 points. Let's see. Let's take a look at the summary there. Hold on. How do we use 5 seconds remaining on that summary? We got 4 people in there. Zen putting in 69,420 channel points, saying that I will get over 1,000 points between all 3 tickets. The biggest bet on the other side is Fern saying no. Kat also putting in 2,000 points, saying no, bitch. We also have Rihanna in there with 10,000 saying I will. We'll see. Okay, let's also get ourselves over where we belong. Perfect. Let me flip over as well. Oh, there we go. Cool. Hey, everyone's here. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm sure it won't be, you know, ridiculous. Neither of the two jackpots are possible now. This puts us at 12. Really isn't a lot of options to get big bonuses after that point. This puts us at 10, which again doesn't put us in any real good spots here. We really want to shoot for a low value. I'm just going to go right here because I get an option to see either one of these two sides. So we know this one's a complete guess. Do we really want to go for 11? This is 12 here. Plus however much we get up to 8. Should put us at 20. If that's exactly 8. Anything less than that, we get basically nothing. You got into Fanfrit? Nice, Panda. Perfect. Are you not another panda? Pretty sure you've said that before. There we go. I feel like starting with the 9, knowing the 7's not on the board. Like, there's not a lot of opportunity here to hit in the 20s, which we would want to do. Like, 21 would be good. 7, 8, 6 might be possible here. I feel like getting the 7 is good, but I also just want to go with the 9 and 2 random numbers. 9 and 2 random numbers gets us closest to this opportunity, so let's just see what we can do there. Go right directional, you think so? This guy? No chance. I'll take that 9 any day. With the 4 already being out, you know? Let's go with it. Let's see what we get. Not bad. I was hoping to hit up in the 20s, so that's not bad at all. Let's see what this would have been. 54. Margot would have gotten 54. 119 there. Was there a really good prize here? 36. This was 306. We used it. 54. There were some really bad ones on the table. We got by and far the best one. In fact, I think we got the only good one. There we go. We still need something better than that to be able to hit the 1,000, or we need a really good one of the 2 jackpots. There's a 2. There's a 6. There's a 5. So diagonal's the only possible way. Now we could look at this as a 20, get another 306, and put ourselves in a position where we'd have to hit really very few options on the table if we don't get more than that. The 360 we could hit a couple times and be in a better spot. If we got 360 3 times, that'd be it. Go YOLO. Yeah, the question to me is which one of these are we going to do? Because I could take the guaranteed 300. This is also 7. Which if this is a 1, then we hit the 720 and we win instantly. But I don't think that's going to happen. What is 1 in... Geez, 1 in 5 years. So 20% chance that we just win the game instantly here. Scoop that win. I think we're going to YOLO it again. This is also 8. This being 7 puts us in position for 1. This being any 3 random numbers could be the 3600. It could be easily 21, 23, or 24. We'll do it. Oh no! Okay, this one would have been instant victory. It was a 50. It was a coin flip there. Come on. We got to get something bigger here. We'll try it, dude. We'll try it. There's a 7. There's a 4. Not what we're looking for. But that puts us at 9, so that's really the last really good number. This would have to be like 7, 8, 9. Let me put this right there and see what we get. Oh, yeah, we're doing it instantly. Come on. No! Damn, dude. Okay, we didn't even break 400 here. That's rough. Okay, well, anyway. Sorry, Zen. We've gotten really lucky lately, and then tonight just not happening. Damn, Phuket. All right, well, that pays out. Enjoy, Fern. You just got some points there. Nice. Not bad. Thanks for playing, guys. Pretty sure not another panda is you. Let's see. The hell? There we go. All right, good deal. Kirby, chill the fuck out, dude. How many points do I have, by the way? Do I have enough for a... buy some stuff while I'm here? I do. I'm gonna buy from you. Hold on. Could be good. Let's get a mithril. I'm pretty sure it's 9 high rarity cards, but I keep getting the same 2 over and over again. I haven't played any triple triad. I only have the one. There we go. The Brachiosaur specifically, I've got like 8 copies of. I'm not even selling it yet, out of rage. Okay, so I think we continue the Pugilist questline tonight. I think that's what we do. Get a weapon upgrade that's nice. Go ahead and upgrade this. I think we do continuation of Pugilist Quest. Can we get that up to 30? Maybe unlock Monk. That could be good. And then from there, maybe go look at finishing up Lancer. Possibly unlocking Dragoon tonight as well. I think that might be good. Let's just continue the cleanup that we started yesterday. I think that's good. Yeah, okay, so let's take a look at... Where do we need to go? Here. Just in the middle of... Okay, it's just back to town. So let's just go ahead and... Oh, hold on. Let's just use return. No, that's Gridania. Fuck, okay. I probably should have set this as my return point. That would have been good. Poor Zen losing all those points, man. Not bad. What was the total payout for Fern, actually? 95,000 total. Damn, dude. She put up 14 and walked away with nearly 100. Over 100, right? All right, let's get in there. Enjoy your beast tribe hell, Fern. Perfect. Is today, hold on, is today the last day of January? Or is it tomorrow? I can never remember. What even is today? What is, oh, it's tomorrow, okay. Perfect. All right, Hamon, it's time. This stuff's actually an upgrade. Hold on, get some more pants. I like my pants, though. Could be good. It's today for you, Murgo? That's true. It'll be us. It'll be that way for us not long from now. I swear each time I see you, you remind me more and more of my younger self. At this rate, you're like to transform into a handsome devil before the moon's over. Bitch, please. Now then, I believe you're here to learn. Unfortunately, I'm in no condition to teach. This is rather embarrassing to admit, but in my eagerness to prepare for the big rematch, I've overtrained and thrown out my back. Ugh, I tell you, old age is hell. I fear Chichuda will have to tend to you in my stead. I just love the panda gets up there and it's just like, bitch. All right, we do have to get a roulette for the day, though. What do you think it's going to be? Dude, I always think it's going to be Rudy, and then it's not, but I still love you nonetheless. Nice name, Mr. Stray Mikote. Slut. We got the dodo out there. So if we get the dodo mount, it's just basically going to be he grows up real fast. Inflatable dodo? Is that what the mount is? Oh boy, I didn't remember having to do this shit, yeah. It seems the prospect of facing his old rivals has lit a veritable fire under Master Hammond's backside. I honestly think they don't probably all do that fucking gremlin voice. But I don't have another way to characterize the Lalafell as the hellspawn that they are. So here we are. I'm so relieved to see that he has a purpose again. The trick now is to keep a lid on his zeal lest he injure himself, which he's already done. But let us speak of your lesson. Oh, I wish I could zoom. Oh, there we go. Zoom in a bit more. I actually get to see who I'm talking to, but she's so short I can't. When you're ready, come and meet me at Little Alamigo. I have a challenge in mind that you are certain to find stimulating. Oh no. I don't like the sound of that. I keep walking between their fight. I feel like the role player in me should walk around. You know? Okay. Well, that's a name. Scarla Mooncaller. Nice. Don't talk to me about stimulation, Potato. Fern, are you a racist? No racism in my chat. Potatoes are all made equal. Anyway. Hey, dude, there's Rion. Hello. Big pet pet. He's about to punch you, actually. Perfect. Okay, so where the hell am I going? Sorry, spaced out. I haven't been here yet. We are level 30 as well. Let's just run over there. Got the first gate that we can. Although, honestly, going down here and coming across probably will be faster. Let's do that. Yeah, it's hard for me to appreciate the Lalafells anything but kids kind of pretending to be adults. I do love the fact that they have gigantic heads. I mean, like watermelon-sized heads. They're the quintessential anime race is what they are. They definitely know their audiences, you know, when they made these races. They have one for every kind of archetype of player. Nice fucking name, Spamela Pamela. Would have been nice if that was reversed. It would have flowed even better. Shout out to Squishy Marbles, which are actually the same marbles I was rolling tonight. We'll have to tell Emil that Marbles is actually working. Like, actually, because we tested it, and now we know for sure. All right, become larger, my son. Oh, shit. Not bad. Hey, Chompy boy, how you doing, dude? Nice jammies. All right. Well, this is the first time being in this zone. I'm not going to be surprised. Oh, hello. I'm not going to be surprised if we run into stuff on our hunt log, but I don't think our hunt log has been kept up to speed. I've done this fate so many times. I was farming this at one point. I don't remember why I was farming it. But I was in this zone farming the fates in here for EXP. I don't remember why. It just was. All right, where do we go? Is it even in here? It could be above, I think. Very unproductive day? Oh, that's fine. That's okay. You're not defined by your productivity. Okay, let me zoom in a bit. Yeah, it is out here. Oh, there you are. Oh, Chichudo. Hi. Couldn't tell you there from the blades of grass you were standing in. There we go. Gunfire Reborn. Is that a new game? I feel like I've heard that before. I've been waiting for you, Mico. Today your training will be to prepare for Master Hammond's training. Oh, shit. I've brought with me a set of striking dummies, and I want you to deploy them at certain locations. Lest you think this task to be drudgery, the locations are rife with peril. Your skills will almost certainly be put to the test. By way of advice, you must also approach dangerous fiends. Lightness of foot is your greatest ally. Off with you now, Mico. Go set up those striking dummies. I shall await your return. Okay. Well, we've got that. There are going to be a couple places to put this down. I think it's kind of refreshing. We were talking about this last night. The idea that the story of this guild, hello? The story of this guild is not high drama in the sense that the others kind of have been. It's also not... It is a very different story that it's telling than the others have, you know? It's not setting up real challenges for us to have to actually go in and deal with. Look at that fat cat. As much as it is really just providing us an experience as we're going through the sort of inner turmoil of the people of the guild. Which is to say, every guild so far has been focused on the people of the guild, because how else would you do it if you didn't introduce characters? But at the same time, hello, my boy. At the same time, it doesn't feel... Oh. Wiggly cylinder. It's just, it's interesting that they had the confidence to write a story that was not more traditional, if you will. Or at least in line with the others. I don't know if I don't want to say unlucky, but I don't know if I just got... The fuck, where am I? I always hate this area. I never know how to get the fuck out of here. The dodo caused the sound of the air pump? Yes. Just inflated bird. I don't know, it's a certain confidence with telling a story like this that isn't outwardly exciting, but is intimate to the people. You know, there is very low stakes to what's happening here. Sure that the highest stakes we're talking about right now is that the guild might change hands to somebody who is more capable of running it, which, you know, say what you will, that's probably exactly how that would go. Also, I thought that I'd be able to get in through there, but apparently not. Fuck me, I guess I'll go around. Oh, I do have to kill these guys. Huh. Okay. It's time to murder. You guys are actually on level, which is interesting. Just for like 3 of those punches, he was just like, yep, whatever. Actually having to punch things more than once. Very interesting. Well, hold on now. You don't have to fucking heal like that. It's going to be quite a bit of EXP for us if we do complete that. I don't know that I really care to. He was in the way, and we were very certain to have to fight him anyway. It'd be nice to be able to run through here. I'm sure that I would get interrupted if I... okay. Can I fight just him? Oh. Thank God they're blind, dude. I do only have to kill, I think, 2 more of that guy. Usually it's about 3. I need to go up this way, though. Sir? Look another way, please. Well, not anymore. I'm turning. Don't do that. Shit. I've been spotted. Time to sprint. Don't look at me. Only one guy saw me, but if I get far enough away, he'll give up. Yeah. And then from... well, I can go murder this man. He's just sleeping. Okay. Wake up, bitch. Oh, he was... he knew. He knew. He wasn't really sleeping anyway. Okay. I do like using the stun, even if there's really... that last attack that killed him. Oh, is it above me? Okay, it's up there. I have to get back up there. That guy's also alone, but the chances of having to kill another man for no reason is fairly high. Oh, it's right over there. I think he's just staring at it. No, he's not. Hold on. Stealth in my Final Fantasy game? There we go. Perfect. Hey, Buckethead! And then punch the shit out of him. Unlike Final Fantasy XII. Able to get in there and beat some ass. There we go. Someday, I'd like to be able to yell, hey, Buckethead. Honestly, if I ever go to, like, a protest or something, that's what I'll do. Just meme it up in front of the cops and then get killed with rubber bullets. That'll be fine. Let's go this way. Hug the wall. I think I'm still being attacked, but they're too dumb, so it doesn't really work. Oh, off he goes. I also think Rion's up there just murdering everything. Oh, I still need to kill another one of these guys. Huh. Might as well tag this guy on our way out. We just walked right by him. Oh, boy. Hi. He's super murdered. I don't think I got the kill credit for that. No, I did. I just need 5 of them. Interesting. Absolutely did get credit for that. Don't so. Come on now. I knew he'd see me, but I was hoping it would be just far enough that he wouldn't actually see me. I need him to fuck off. Well, there is a fuck off button that Umbreon's pressing. Oh, no, Jesus, whatever. There we go. Might as well just get in there and do this. I can tank him. I'm a strong boy. Yo, nice haste. I wish I had haste. There we go. There we go, nice. We could use chakra. But I also don't feel like it. There we go. That should be 5. But it's not as much EXP as I was expecting it to be. Thanks for the support, boys. Okay, so where's the next dummy gotta go? There's one over here. There's one down there. Okay, well, I'm, of course, going the wrong way. It's because the minion disappears whenever the mount comes out. That's why that works. Perfect. Dude, that's a big boy. No, he's, oh, shit. Sonia Roja, I expect you to fix that for me. Aggro him on you. Oh, shit, just murdered him anyway. Okay. Put one here, not a problem. Listen, as long as I have warm bodies between me and the threat, I feel like I'll be okay. There we go. There's one more, and I think we'll sneak past this guy as well. Big, thick boy. He climb. I don't blame him. He just wants to be tall. Well, taller. They're adorable. A lot of the enemies that are meant to be menacing end up just being really cute. Unless they're like the lobster guys over here. They're not really lobster, but they're like cockroaches, and lobsters had babies. And then gave legs for some reason. They're horrible. I'm not racist, by the way. There we go. Should be fine. Get all the way to the end of this without running into anybody. Oh, I need to kill some mages too. Guess I've got work to do here anyway. It would be nice if I could aggro them from a distance. Wait, what does that symbol mean? Because this one means they'll aggro on sight, but what about this guy? So let's see if I can just punch and drag him over here. Yoink him out of the group. He's a mage. I'm not sure how far I'm going to be able to take him. Okay, we'll just punch there. This is the first quest that's had us go into, like, actual combat danger. It means they're more buff mins. Okay. Kind of spooky. Also, Umbreon looking like a vampire boyfriend today. Very strong, you say. There we go. There we go. Parkour our way to the objective. This is the last one we have to use, so not bad. Perfect. Good deal. I'll get out on this side and see if I can find a fallen mage. There's one over there. Don't look at me. Fuck, he looked at me. Well, I'm just gonna punch. I think I'll kill him before they kill me. Maybe. Pretty sure I'll kill them before they kill me. There we go. And then I can run before they actually get the kill out. Never mind, I have unlimited HP. Alright, not bad. How many do I need to kill? 3, and I only see the 2. I really should look for another one while I'm over here. Although I doubt this is the only area to find them. It's weird that there'd only be 1 or 2 dudes. You know, like maybe over here or some more? No. That's not over here. That's town. The first one I killed might respawn here in a second. We'll go after that one. Soldier. Oh, we're fine. I don't mind waiting for the first one to come back. It's easier than having to come back over here and get the third one later. This is a trip we don't want to have to make again. I didn't see another one in there, so looks like we get to just wait. I mean, surely there's zapping all the boys. Weird that there's only 2. This is the same, like that quest that I had to get the young Corel whiskers, and there were only 2 of them, and I needed 3. Especially if you were with other players that were trying to complete the quest at the same time, you'd end up having to fight for the same resource, basically. Let's go ahead and push that button and just see how that works. Go ahead and use it too. Let me read it here. Delivers an attack with a potency of 180 apart compared to this, which is the same as our basic here. Can only be executed while in combat and under the effect of the 5th chakra. The 5 chakra close upon execution. Oh, there you go. Well, let's just punch it. It's just an off-global cooldown basic attack again, which is interesting. There we go. Okay, there's our third one. So now we can get out of here and just turn this one back into Chichita or whatever her name is. There we go. Was that it? Yeah. Okay. Called it complete. Perfect. Nice. It's a surprise tool for later. Yeah, I figured. Because so far, having the chakra doesn't... And I said this when we were going through the Palace of the Dead, and we got it, and it was just like, oh, cool, another basic attack every now and then. You know, not very interesting. But I'm sure there are going to be other better uses for it. Also, it's time for a... Okay. We'll see.
Excellent work, Mico. All that's left is to have Master Hamon come and train.
It's probably Hammond. Oh no, look at him. He's so serious.
What are you doing here?
Oh.
That adventure has a negative influence on Master Hammond. I'm gonna see to it he never bothers him again.
Oh shit, I'm being murdered.
What are you talking about? Mico's the best thing that ever happened to Master in years. If you want a piece of him, you'll need to take a piece of me too.
The thug walk. Yeah, I love every Lalafell runs that way. It's incredible. All right, by the way, though, you enjoying this? A little bit AoE? Yeah, you two fight sibling rivalry. There's no way this is just a normal marmot, by the way. There's no way. I am just going to smash this button until they're dead. Mostly to assert my dominance. There we go. And then punch. Might as well go ahead and do... Like, you should see that you're... He's not even focused on me. So silly. You're so silly. There we go. Whoa. Oh, yeah, there's more. Okay, that makes sense. I suppose we're going to be doing this for a bit. Probably better to not do the AoE, because killing them individually will save me from taking more damage. Let's also click our buttons here. Get some HP back every time we punch. Yeah, I really probably need to make sure I'm dealing damage to him too, but she's going to kill him on her own. Honestly, she's fine. She doesn't need me. Go ahead and get him down. Get some more damage over here as well. I leave you no choice? No, that's fine. You have plenty of choices. His choice is to become hot dog. That's what he's choosing. Oh, no. There we go. We got some Bastet action over here. Probably should have stunned it when it was using an ability. There we go. Should be fine. I'm out of the cone, so it shouldn't be able to do anything to me. Yeah, Riku is gonna die, by the way. Super dead. He's like, here's the question though, like, of two ways that ally who has gone the way of evil and has an evil overlord kind of way, when they get disposed of, it usually is one of two ways. Either they sacrifice themselves to atone, or their master just kills them for being insolent, and then it's meant to like being, oh no, he was redeemable, you know? But he has to have a redemption arc some way, however he achieves it. Either it's tragic and we don't get to see him be redeemed, but we know he could have, or it's comedic in the sense, or it could still be tragic. You could see it as tragic, you know, the self-sacrificial as the means of repenting, if you will, trying to make up for it, which isn't valid, but still it's very common. We'll see. Who knows? He is so angsty.
Why, Rubukuda? Why are you so bent on bringing down Master Hammond and seeing the guild in ruins? You have it all wrong. I'm doing this for Master's own sake.
He's just delusional. See, it's two opposite solutions to a problem. This is one of my favorite ways to have foil characters. They both have the same goal, but they have the opposite ways of achieving that goal. The whole point of these characters, they solely exist to show us, the reader, or the viewer in this case, what the right way is to handle things. That's what the whole point is. You're meant to see the good version as like the way to fix problems, and this one is the way to not fix problems, because he'll fail.
It is true, I left the guild for the shock of seeing Master in this pathetic state. And it's true I got involved with some unsavory types. But where else was I supposed to go? Me, a refugee without a guild to his name.
Oh, wait, we're getting actual angst.
But for all the ungrateful things I've done, I've never forgotten how Master Hammond took me in and instructed me in the ways of the fist. This is why I wanted to give up his foolish notion of facing Wegfar. I don't know. You don't know that man like I do, Chuchudo. Should this fight come to pass, I fear Master won't walk away with his life. It doesn't matter that Master has grown weak and feeble. I just want him to live, even if it means him having to swallow his pride. Oh, Rubukuda, why didn't you just say so? But now that I know your mind, I can say with confidence that you have no cause to fear. Mico is not the plague that you think he is. It's his will to succeed that's inspiring Master to regain his former strength. And when the day of the rematch finally comes, I've no doubt that he'll wallop that odious Wegfar to the 7th hells and back.
There's so many Lalafell in today's episode. It's not a phase, Mom. It's a phase.
I pray you're right. But whatever happens, know that I cannot help you. Not where I am. Chichudo. Mico. I leave Master Hammond in your care.
Yeah, he really is like Riku, like strikingly. You know, I'm in the bad place doing questionably bad things, but I'm doing them for a good reason, and I'm ultimately not trying to stop you from succeeding. I have my own reasons, but I'm not actually in your way, kind of thing. Yeah. Time to smell some dark. Look at his leggies. He's so cute.
Gods, I felt liberating. Trading blows with Rakuda and learning his true agenda. A great burden has been lifted off my chest.
See, this is how he goes on his redemption arc, because he's not actually evil. He's not committed to evil. He's just dumb, like we said the other day. We've established that he's just dumb. But he's also kind of like, he's now dealing with his previous dumbness and is maybe less dumb now, but kind of stuck in the result of him being dumb. What I mean by that, you know, is he got wrapped up in the current people that he's working with, as his fleeing from the guild after becoming disillusioned, which on paper sounds great, right? But the reason he became disillusioned was dumb, which is why he's dumb. But now before he's, you know, by the time he's realized his mistake and that he really doesn't belong here and he doesn't have as much of a problem as he may have had at one point. His intentions are good, but he's also kind of stuck. He can't just get out of it. You don't just leave the Mafia, you know, that sort of thing.
Let us return to the guild, Mico. You've had your training, and now it's time for Master Hammond's.
A lot more happened in this quest and the one before it, where when we discovered that the Hammond was sort of past his prime, those two quests we did a whole lot more than we did in everything else combined up until that point, right? So now all of the meat of the quest line is coming together. It's not a bad thing. It's just interesting how the episodes have been divided. Lots of exposition and character development, and then conflict arrived at level 20. Very interesting. Let's see. Where do we need to go now? Let's take a look. Star-crossed rivals. This is... I did it! Level 25, still turning this in. Then it'll be the third one, which gets us into the Monk Guild, I'm sure. So let's head back to Ul'dah. We could run back, but no, let's teleport. Yeah, his training arc can begin. The question is, how does this go into the Monk Guild? Or does it, you know? Is this next quest going to be their showdown, and then he wins, and then everything is happy, and then we get recommended over to the Monk Guild? Because, like, this next quest has to be the end, right? That's it. It has to be the end. As far as how they've set up their story structures so far, this next one has to be the end. So either he wins and everything is okay, or he loses and maybe Wegfar wins by cheating and then decides that he's not just going to take the guild but kill the old man. You know, he takes it too far. It's not an honorable duel kind of thing. Maybe Riku comes in and saves the master's life. He really he has to publicly show his allegiance. Finally, he has to make a decision, which is a common thing that happens to those kinds of characters as well. And then he has to deal with the results of that. Maybe he ends up himself. Riku becomes a monk in order to figure out his place. Maybe he just had a problem with this guild because he was disillusioned, but he still appreciates the way of the fist, becomes a monk. You know, there are any number of things that could work. Perhaps Hammond becomes a monk himself, leaves this guild to Chichudo, but his model would have to move, so that doesn't make sense. And so far, we haven't seen Archer carry over into Bard at all. So it feels like we're going to get a nice bow wrapped up here. The only thing is we haven't seen Riku here at all. If I went to the Monk Guild, if there is a Monk Guild, if wherever that is, wherever that trainer is, it could very well be Riku. I could see that happening. We'll see how it goes either way. But this so far has been my favorite job quest line, purely because I think the characters are really endearing. There isn't a character that's just clearly an asshole, or is just a not interesting character at all, or is badly written. Like, it's okay if your antagonist is an antagonist because they're dumb. That's a character flaw that they then have to overcome. The antagonist isn't the true antagonist either, who is just a Saturday morning cartoon villain who is evil for the sake of evil. We don't care about his motivation. He probably doesn't really have one apart from he's just an asshole. With Riku, it's okay for a minor antagonist to be that way just because they're dumb. They're coming to a realization, the epiphany that he'll ultimately have, and his returning to good grace, his atonement, his redemption arc, is what gives us a big message that definitely this is the way things should be done. Because the person who was doing it right from the beginning, not you, I'm Cultured Goon, the person who was doing it right from the beginning, Chichudo, then ends up basically converting Riku over so that they're both doing it the right way now. We've tried both ways, and we've decided, collectively that this is the way things should be done. That's what that's meant to say. So we'll see ultimately where that wants to go. I don't think there's a bad way to do that. So I'm even though in this questline we do have a character that is written to be dumb for the sake of plot, and that's Riku, he is still serving a valid function in the writing. And we don't really care about the antagonist because he isn't important. He is a prop in the narrative. He doesn't matter. He literally serves the function of being something we have to be prepared for. That's it. The entire story is in here. This is an internal conflict with him. This is an external conflict between her and Riku. This is really a personal and intimate story of these characters that I'm really drawn to so far. In the Lancer Guild, you've got my husband, who is right in saying that pretty much everyone in Lancer's Guild is just a charlatan. You're not actually learning anything meaningful. The leader of the Lancer Guild is an absolute fucking buffoon. I can't stand him. He's an idiot. The antagonist of that guild is 100% correct. He's just not doing it the right way. But that's why he has a wonderful boyfriend to keep him in line. And to remind him that, yes, you could be right, but you have to do it the right way. Yeah, the leader of the Lancer Guild's a fucking coward. I can't stand him. Everything that the antagonist there is saying in that guild, he's right. He's just right. He's just right. So it's not really redeemable because because he's the antagonist, he has to lose, right? So it's, so you're watching the guy who is right lose because it's not the moral of the story that they wanted to write in that guild, which is where sometimes you just go look at a book and go, okay, well, I'm kind of done reading this. When you get the moral of the story wrong in your book, you're going to alienate a lot of people who read it and realize that it's full of shit. So that's the Lancer's Guild. So I think that one is, out of all of them, that's probably the least effectively written. I don't want to call anything bad writing. I do want to say that is very ineffective to me because the only endearing and relatable character is the antagonist. He should win. He should. I hope that he graduates and becomes a dragoon and we just leave all the elementary bullshit behind, He's just an advanced student. That's all it is. He's just an advanced student whose needs are not being met. I would be pissed off too. So anyway, there's that. And then the other guilds I've seen so far, I haven't seen very much of the Gladiator Guild yet, but I can see what's brewing there and I like it. It's mommy and daddy love each other very much, but they're not willing to talk right now. It's like they don't talk for a month and then there's just one night where they're back together and then everyone in the neighborhood can hear it. And then they break up again the next morning when they realize, oh wait, no, we're both bad people. We don't mix well. That's probably what we're going to see there. What other guilds have I done? Archer Guild. Archer, you had to deal with Sylvar, who really had almost no redeeming qualities to him. There was almost no capacity to be endeared to him. It was just annoying from the start, and I understand that the two supporting characters in that guild had to be opposite extremes, but you can be an extreme perspective of something without having to be outright obnoxious about it or being his little mustache. You better go out there and get it, Lil Khan. Look at him. He looks like a fucking acorn. Adorable. You can represent an extreme of an ideology or a feeling of something, without being an unredeemable prick about it, That's my problem with Sylvar. There are ways to write that in a way that isn't just... irredeemable. It is the word. I'm not even sure what other ones I've done. I haven't gotten into the Arcanist job quests very much at all. We've just leveled it without really doing anything else. So that's really the only ones I've looked at so far. But so far, this is my favorite. It's I think the most coherent in what it wants to do so far. It's a fair point, Kat. I know you're joking too. But at the same time, we don't have to dislike a character to know that they're wrong. And in fact, some of the most endearing characters are the ones that we know are wrong, but they really do have good intentions, and they really are trying their best. You know, we know that they're being naive, usually because we, as the audience, have wisdom that character does not have, but that character will get over the course of the story. It's really a special kind of joy as a reader that you can have when you see a character like that, and you're like, oh, sweet baby, oh no, he doesn't know yet, you know? And it's not at all to be condescending or talk down to that character. It's to say that this is going to be a journey for them to realize that they're wrong, and to watch them come to that realization, hopefully before tragedy happens, right? That's what a lot of characters end up being. And I think especially your No. Put it back. All of that was the autopilot. Anyway, we have to leave now. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Anyway, we're good. No, it's a kiss and run, but if he wants to find me, he'll know how. Anyway, characters? Yeah, I know, but that's broad. I could talk about fucking Breaking Bad if we're just... That word doesn't help me. Anyway, I mean, it probably wasn't important. We'll probably ramble about it again in the future. Let's get continuing. We've got some stuff to... Oh, we just need to go talk to Hammond. Oh, fuck, I have to... What even was his name? Is that him? Hold on. Yeah, I don't think he saw me. Okay, good. We can go in now. We got it, dude. Let's talk about how bad the Lancer Guild leader is again. Oh, I hate him. We have to go talk to him, too. I'll show you. You'll have to see. If you don't believe me. Welcome back, Mico. I'm told you've kindly set up some dummies for me. But gods, man, did you have to put them in such dangerous places? To make matters worse, Chichito has hidden my grog away and says I won't see a drop of it till I finish training. How the hell am I supposed to loosen my phlegm now? Oh, God, why? That girl will make a fine guildmaster when the time comes. Uh-oh, foreshadowing. I heard about Rubakuda as well, of course. For all his shortcomings, the boy has a good heart. But while his concern is touching, I won't run from Wakefar. Not today, not ever. No drunken master action. I know, Chompy Boy. Very fucking sad about it. No, go away! A Salvalorn Ed? Nice. Shout out to Pharmakinetics. I feel like that's just a small gun that just shoots pills at people. On that note, I'd best get ready for my little jaunt to Little Alamigo. If I can't face down a few mindless beasts. If I can't face down my dick, I'm in no shape to challenge Wigfar, the biggest dick. Don't slack off me, go fuck off, or I'll leave you in my dusty wake. God damn it, dude. Stop. I can't have anything. Oh no, these green pants are terrible. I can't have anything nice in this fucking stream. Damn, dude. Alright, let's take a look at this. We've got Demolish in here. Nice. All of this will be upgrades. Damn, this is a big upgrade. Let's get some more gloves there. And Steel Claws. This is our level 31. This is Return to the Holy Fist. The title just spoiled it, man. I mean, this title suggests that he does return, right? Unless it's... I would say it's a bad title if it doesn't end up being that way. Who can face down my dick? Anyone who subscribes to my OnlyFans. I'm pleased to say I managed to find and thwack all the dummies. You did... Bitch, you didn't leave. I was right here. I watched you. I was thinking about this in the shower that I couldn't decide if I liked that we kind of binged this guild. I like the idea because I feel like I can really get in and dig in and get used to these characters and kind of sit with them for a minute. As opposed to having to bounce around and be like, well, how did I characterize this guy? How was I voicing that one? You know, it's easier to just kind of sit in them and binge through their story. Also, this man's just fucking going for it. This is the kind of man that says sister, calls people sister. And honey. Anyway, I couldn't decide because part of it is like you're supposed to go out and then come back later. That's how they're written clearly. You're supposed to give them sort of the close the curtain so they could be anywhere. But we're not doing that. It doesn't really actually break anything, but part of me thinks that if we wanted to play this as a sort of a role player playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV, we would do that. And I think that'd be a fun way to play through. Maybe we'll end up doing that on an alt someday. Just go through the game purely as a role player. Not that we ever have any choice. Literally no choice in the game, which is fine. It's an MMO, not an RPG. Hey, cat logged in, meow. Next alt, yeah. But it could be interesting to sort of have our own commentary, know the points where the character does move his mouth, and we can figure out what he says if we know the dialogue before and after, and create a really cinematic experience. Could be good. There we go. You did well to deploy them where you did, son. Thanks, Dad. Thanks to you, I almost got killed several times. Well, there you go. But what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. That's not true. Sometimes crippling for life is an option there. And I'm feeling stronger than I have in ages. As a matter of fact, I reckon I'm not far from regaining my former strength. One last step will get me there, and I'll take it by having another bout with you. Oh, fuck, I'm dead. I want you to meet me out in the Sigoli Desert, at a settlement called Forgotten Springs. The place is home to the most luscious Mikote maidens this side of Eorzea. God, I can't wait to take in their lovely forms again. Fucking creepy old Master Roshi lecher little bitch. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, John Crazy Daddy. Every time I read that, I'm just like, that's literally John Travolta playing Final Fantasy XIV. What is your name? Broad Peddler. Peddler of Broads. Okay, where am I going? Out here. Time to get punched. I haven't been there yet. Okay, have I been here? I've not been there yet. Well, I walked right past it, never touched the crystal. Raise your hand in chat if that's a surprise for you. Post dicks if you saw that coming. God damn it, dude. Let's go ahead and do our little sprinty sprint. Get out there. Better get out of the way, dude. I don't want to trip over a Lalafell and break my fucking neck in the street. Fucking in a fray. No, no. Cat logged in. Dude, Cat's got to post. Cat's got to post her Cacpot result. Cat, we could make our bet as a competition of who gets more, rather than making it a threshold of 1,000, just who gets more.
Meow.
No, don't be. Well, listen, a meow is compliance, so I think she says yes. Hello, Froggy Man. I fucking love running into the random frogs in towns. I'm sure there's not a conspiracy that they're all in some kind of troop, you know? Thanks for the biddies, by the way. But it's important to me that we acknowledge them. The next shitpost I want to do is, just... it's going to be him crouching next to the small dodo with a bike pump and just going, I think it'd be great. Perfect. We can if I decide so? Well, I think it'd be a better deal, because 1,000 is one of those things where either I'm not going to get close at all or I'm going to blast past it in one ticket. All right, let me pick this up while I'm here. But comparing to Cat Den helps us definitely see that there was a winner and loser. Bitch. Alright, let's go. What the fuck? What an adorable tiny little pony. Someday you may even get a real horse. There we go. I don't know why I'm avoiding the water. Okay, let's... Oh. Do I have any mail? I don't even have any mail. Okay. Here we go. Now we just need to head south. I also have not been down here. I am the appropriate level 4, though. Yeah, I like the mount scaling with you. Obviously, they have to. As adorable as it would be to see a Lalafell trying to ride a full-sized, regular-sized horse, that would be fantastic too. Or the fat chocobo. That would be another option. There we go. Fortunately, we don't have to imagine. I'm sure that there's plenty of... Oh, Jesus. Well, we'll see how this turns out. Of course, they're ranged as well, so... Protect me, Bronze Tortoise. That's fine. They should only really hit me maybe once as we go through. It's sort of the toll for passing through here. God, that hurts. We'll be fine. Hello, Emil. We did some tests. We didn't actually play it. I'm going to be very specific about that. The games of marbles that I owe you guys have not been spent. We were just testing that it works at all. So don't worry, my friend. You did not miss a thing. The way it's going to work specifically is that the winner of marbles, if they're not already subbed, gets a sub. And that's specifically what that reward is. Some random person who plays marbles with us will get a gifty sub. So we've got 2 more rounds of it, which is good. There we go. Oh, dude, there's Cat. Hi. She's so fast. There we go. There she is. Nice. Cute chocobo. Why? I wonder why hers is a different color. There we go. I spent a lot of time over here when I was... I don't remember what, but there's a fate, I think, right outside this gate with gigantic worms. And I had a lot of fun of just doing mass AoE dot spam on those things and just soloing them. It was so satisfying. There we go. So I've attuned these 2 guys. Look at Cat. Cute jacket, dude. Cat will be in Texas soon. You could color your good boy in a stable. Oh, shit. I should do that. Oh, no, it was out here. This is where the fate spawns. Pretty sure. Yeah, let's head out here. Is he at the watering hole? He is. That little hooker. I'm doing a... This is a beautiful little environment. Look at the... Composition could be great through here. Get rid of that little spire there. Maybe pull that rock back, but have kind of like that. Get rid of this. This is a great little spot. Anyway. Perfect. Dwed doesn't have one because of lawn space, but could swap one in for the beach bench or something. Yeah. No, okay, so is there not another stable that we could use? Or does it have to be the actual company crystal? Sorry, company stable. This landscape takes me back, it does. Sand as far as the eyes can see. Crystal clear spring water is cooling your feet. Scantily clad lasses giggling as they bathe and frolic. I well remember these things, but my body has forgotten the seamless combinations that earned me the epithet of Holy Fist. That's where I'd have you enter, Mico. Sparring with you is what first got me back into the swing of things. Now it's time to finish the job. I'm going to die. But before we begin, some warming up is in order. I want you to take yourself across the dunes to the south and defeat 5 sandworms. I'll be waiting for you there. What? Don't I need to warm up too? Oh, don't you worry. I had mine long before you arrived. Those enormous buggers never knew what hit them. If you don't want to be outdone by this old man, you best run along and give them more of the same. I'm gonna lose no matter what I do. I know this. The man has plot armor. Okay, get on down here and punch some things. So I'd have to buy an apartment otherwise to be able to do that. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any housing. I don't know that I will have any housing. Unless I get a job at a cabaret being a cute boy for a living. Which, God, that sounds like a fucking dream. Alright, let's do this. Am I going to get my ass eaten by worms? Probably not. These things aren't going to be too strong. Oh. That's another... That one might hit me. It did, in fact, hit me. But now this man's dead. So it should be fine. They look so different than their Final Fantasy X counterparts. And this gigantic worms in Final Fantasy X were crazy, dude. It just made me feel so fucking uncomfortable, especially because they would just eat somebody. The best thing, though, is when you got to eject one. That was the best. Gotta kill 5 of these things? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, the giant butthole worms, they were awful. There's one. Come here. These things are horrible, too. I feel like they'd just be wet. I feel like they would just be wet. Which is a terrible thing to feel about something. Hey, hold on now. Stop that. There we go. Keep spacing out, man. Yeah, this man has been Master Roshi from the beginning. Here we go. Perfect. Hello? Oh. Cat, nice. Whoa. Fucking murdered that thing. Good deal. just obliterates it. Cat's so strong, dude. Okay. So from here... Please run. Thank you, sir. Cat out here providing escort services. No surprise there at all. Here we go. Whoops, the fuck? Well, they're gone. Just call it a mirage. Be done with it. The russet Yarzan. Don't have to kill any of this stuff. Our hunt log is way behind, and that's okay. Here we go. It's time to punch and get punched. Ah, so you've seen to the sandworms. Marvelous. Now the real training can begin. Thanks to you, I've managed to get most of my stamina back. I'm confident that I can go the distance with the fittest of them. But if I'm to defeat Wegfar, I'll need more than just endurance. I'll need to remember how to strike how each strike transitions to the next. And you're going to help me refresh my memory by pummeling the synth back into me. Oh no. Leandri flexes her muscles for you. I'm very impressed, Cat. He's already level 20. I'm dead. Hit you with everything I've got. I can kick him in the head. Okay, come here, bitch. Should be able to beat him easily, and then I'm gonna get my ass beat. That's how the prophecy is foretold. I did, in fact, kick him in the head, so I hope he remembers that move. That move will help him. It'd be cute, not that this would ever happen, but whatever you do to him, whatever you do to him, he's able to do to Wegfar, and you just have to actually properly load him up with the right moves by beating his ass strongly enough. Growing pains. I think your bones are breaking, but that's okay. Do whatever you want, man. What's great is that I can start on the second part of the combo. I wonder at what point it's going to be impossible to kill him. Like, that's what we're getting to, right? The point where he defeats me. That or he just gets up to level 30 and he's like, that's great. I definitely would have had this continue. You know, give him 10 levels, then he punches you again until you lose. And then that's it. That's when he's strong enough. He's not yet strong enough. I'm still not even losing HP. Nice haste. Excellent. I do think, though, that kicking him in the head, I just have to reassure him that kicking him in the head is indeed the way to do it. He's not quite keeping up with me, though, but as soon as he hits level 35 or maybe 40, I think he'll kill me. Unless he has unlimited HP, which he definitely could get to. I think that one might have actually killed him. Oh god, demolish. We demolished him. Oh, he's fine. He's alive. I've got it. Manslaughter for the win. As a river flows to the sea, heedless of all that bars its path, so too must our combinations be. Oh, that even rhymes. Thank you, Mico. The raging torrent of your blows has been a strike to lightning my has been a strike of lightning to my brain case. I remember everything.
But Master, it's Wegfar. The man is back in Ul'dah. He is demanding that you fight him now.
So it begins. Very well. I will go settle the score with Wegfar. He'll be the first to know that the Holy Fist has returned. Oh, God. Oh, no. I need Morgan Freeman to go. And it turned out that Wegfar did, in fact, know the Holy Fist had returned. And then just him flat out. Oh, dude. Be quiet. Again. The dodo is, I would hope, more buoyant than this. Also, the fat cat should be extremely buoyant, but who cares? That cat just holds breath forever. The cat's drowning? No. The cat is also part hippo that can hold its breath for about an hour and a half. We're fine. Cat is totally okay. If there's anything a good cat can do, it's hold their breath, because breathing is gonna run counter to their purpose. There we go. Yeah, fat cat is incredible. Cat is internal. That's true. All right, I don't know why I touched the crystal again. I keep thinking I have to touch the crystal to teleport. That is not, in fact, how that works. We're going to go straight to Ul'dah. Dude, I need to finish the Squish That Cat design. I want to be able to put it on the opening screen and the ending screen. We have so many Cocos now to be able to put on the stream. It's just going to be a mass collage of Cocos. There we go. Wait, it's in here. It's time, dude. I'm ready. Wait, hold on now. This isn't actually where I go. It's over here. Yeah, but the animating will be its own thing later. But we can at least get the base design done, the still image. I went the Sky Pirate tag. I'm 100% with the Sky Pirate tag. How do I get that one? That's a spelling of Vincent. Why am I fighting? I shouldn't be fighting. I really want that one? I do. My character is canonically a Sky Pirate. As far as roleplay is concerned. Gambler? Gambler is the second best, you know? Oh, I do want that one. I'm sure that one's a pain, but you know. Didn't expect you to come so soon, if at all. You sure you want to go ahead with this? I'm a man of reason, and I'd sooner not have to hurt you. Just give up now, and we can put an end to this mummer's farce. You can live out the rest of your days in peace. Here we go. Raid quest? Not bad. We can do that. The only mummer's farce I see is a man trying to squirm out of his own self-wrought challenge. Well, I'm gonna make you the same offer. Walk away and you won't get hurt. Oh shit. They say Hammond Holyfist is going to perform his legendary technique. Right here on the avenue? Is it safe? I see age has robbed you of your wits as well as your strength. Well, if you're so eager for pain, who am I to deny you? Just remember, there ain't no going back once your head goes flying. Okay. That's okay. That's a fucking axe! Are you serious? He's gonna fight with an axe? Oh, he knew. Excellent. Just like old times, eh, Wigfar? One hit? OHKO? Amazing. Did you see that? Because I sure as hell didn't. It was too fast. Dead. Don't get up, dude. You have ruptured your internal organs. Don't get up. This man lost with a fucking axe. What? No, this can't be. I refuse to be beaten by a senile old fool. But it's time for druggy wuggies. No shit. Get your asses out here, all of you. Oh, it's time, dude. I'm ready. I'm gonna punch. So you figured, yeah, you figured he would choose. Come on, Riku, do the right thing. Like I said, he's got it. Yes. He now has to make a public display of his actual allegiance. In case you're wondering, that was Pluto. I wasn't wondering. Just a draft of it and your body turns hard as iron. Hallelujah. The old man needs that, I'm sure. Not even blades can pierce it. Stubborn bugger. That's fine. I'm ready to put, come on, Riku, we need, there we go. You see? It's following the exact line it built up there. Look at him fighting with his, or those do no damage. It's okay. He just wants to be part of the team.
Fumakuda, but why? I refuse to fight on the side of cheats.
Your whole job has been cheating this whole time. Okay. Say your prayers to whatever God you keep. By the time I'm finished, not even your mothers will recognize you. Okay, dude. That's okay. Super Viagra. Well, it's time to just do Control 1. Just fucking Kamehameha all the way over there. Don't worry, I'm gonna get up to Super Satan. I'm gonna turn... Super Satan? I've been Super Saiyan, that's the same thing. Go blonde, spiky hair, beat some ass. Sorry, am I taking damage? That's cheating. Guess I should get out of the way. Nice damage. I just want to make sure these guys die. They're kind of a pain in the ass. If nothing else. There we go. Yeah, our bones. But you know, I think it's also fine. More will show up, but until they do, it's time to punch. Yeah? I'm just gonna go after Wegfar. No, they're running, please! No, don't kill them! Oh, they're running to the enemy, okay. Dude, they just dunked that guy. Why am I here? I'm doing nothing. I thought they were running away. I was so worried about them. Here we go. My boys. Wait, hold on. He probably needs to be killed. Get the healer down. There we go. They've got those two. Oh my god, it's just ads, dude. We're just waiting. Okay, we're just waiting for Hammond to finish Wagar. That's all. Welgar, Welfare, whatever his fucking name is. I keep forgetting. Oh, dude, if I had a heal, I'd be healing that. Oh, okay. Dude, Rico's so strong. He's incredible. Oh, now he's pissed off at me. Stop that. The little combat sounds, they're twice so hard. Yeah, they're doing their best, okay? Here we go. I think your Super Viagra is not going to cut it today. In fact, kick him in the face. Stop him from being able to get to do that. There we go. Not bad.
You did it, Master Hammond! You won! Master.
Little fucking gremlin. There we go. You can't listen. He just can't conveniently have a change of heart at the moment he realizes that he is gonna win, and then like come back in and just be like as if nothing ever happened. It's probably exactly what's gonna happen here, but still, you know. No, Chuchudo. We won. This victory wasn't mine alone. Here we go. Come all ye potatoes. Look at them all. Holy fisticuffs, that was incredible. You wiped the avenue with those crooks. Yeah, I don't know how he holds it. He's just so goddamn pretty. Holy fuck. I'm gonna tell my grandchildren tales of what happened here. Okay. Our work here is done. Let's all go home to the guild. Not all of you have a bed still. I love the way they walk. It's my favorite thing. I love them. Shout out to Vigorous Pounding. Nice, Fern. All right, hold on. Oh, yeah, I like that. The end of a fucking rap battle is what that looks like. Just puts him up. Hello? Anyway. Manlet Obliterator. Hello. Sir. Incredible. What a man. Also fellow pugilist. Off we go. Let's go turn this in. I don't know. Listen, how are we going to weave this into the other guild now? That's the question. Yeah, I love how over-exaggerated it is. You're right, Chompy. The chompiest boy. All right, there we go. Johnny Johnson. Hell yeah. Banan Pale. What a name. And we were indeed in presence of a short king. They've got it. They have to get old and have like spinal problems in their neck. Like their heads are massive compared to the rest of their body. And their necks are so thin compared to their heads. Like I would expect them to have characteristically hunched down necks like this as they get older, trying to keep that fucking melon up. I want to thank you again, Mico. It's because of you I was able to rekindle my fighting spirit and conquer my demons. Perhaps even more importantly, Rurokudo's come to his senses and Chuchudo's back to her bubbly self.
Please forgive me, Master. I will have no more to do with the Alcaran. I will roam the land finding myself and strive to become a great pugilist like you.
Become monk.
You've only just returned and you're leaving us already? I don't suppose there's aught I can say that will change your mind. But if you ever want to come for company or a sparring partner, I know you're always welcome here.
The fucking goblin, I know. Youthful vigor is a truly blessed thing. Go well, my boy. There's not a doubt in my mind that you'll do me proud. As for you, Mico, your combinations were a sight to behold, and right painful to receive. In helping me with my training, you've come into your own as a pugilist. The time's ripe that I taught you a technique that won me countless bouts on the blood sands. I call it Demolish. Unleash when in the Corel form, and it combines powerful punches and kicks that'll send your opponent reeling. You can't see him. Hello. Look at his little fucking face. Oh, they're almost people. You've grown strong, Mico, but your journey as a pugilist is far from over. To get as far as I have, you'll have to overcome many and more trials and tribulations. But whatever challenges threaten to block your way, I'm confident you'll be able to blaze yourself a path. Now we start Chain of Memories. Oh, yes. They have the body proportions of a Pez dispenser. Yes, they do. Mommy Miyun stole all of their necks. God, the Elezen are just... Like, the Lalafell exist and are a grave sin that Yoshi P will take to the grave. However, the fact that the Elezen are allowed to be giraffe furries bothers me more than the existence of the Lalafell, by far. So long as your spirit burns bright and your fists fly with conviction, there's nothing you can't achieve. I'm the living proof. That's not how that works. Forge onward, young one, and create a legend for yourself, never to be forgot. Sure, why not? While we're here. I like the jacket I have, but this one's so much stronger. I could go for some gloves. Let's get some stronger gloves. He's still just over there lurking in the corner. Look at this onion-headed bastard. Nice Demolish. I'm ready. So when do we become monk? Brother from another mother. Oh, hell no. Yes? Oh, we just get sent over by the receptionist. Cool. Well, let me see if we have any upgrades to our gear. Yeah, just our gloves and our weapons, which now look like actual weapons. Fucking meat hooks. Nice. Well, that's good. I think I don't want to worry about opening up monk right now, but we did complete pugilist, which is nice. I think it's time to be a billhook boy. See if there are any other upgrades that we need to do. Oh, hell yeah. Looking good. It's time. Okay. Let's do... Oh, hello, banner. We're off to Gridania then. Pretty sure. We need to report to Buscaron for the end of the Beast Maw. MSQ, Lance of Destiny goes to Ywain. Yeah, we're so close to 30. We'll probably end up doing some hunt quests or hunt log stuff to get us to 30 and then be able to complete this. I think I will start Dragoon, though, just so I can see the class. There we go. All right, off we go. We have to go north, I'm pretty sure. To the north part of town. Anyway, there's that. All right, let's go see how far. It's on the other side over here. I went the wrong way. That's okay. Let's be a sprinty boy. Why am I not just teleporting? Whoops. All right, let's do this. Lancer's Guild. Pretty good. There we go. Grisfern, who of course got over here faster, is actually a plant. Fantastic. It's about time. Here's fucking Ywain. I will not lie to you. You are no match for the Lord of the Bramble Patch. What the fuck, this guy? He's just a dick. There we go. Had you betrayed any hint of fear, he would have gored you in the space of a moment. He was almost dead. But you stood your ground, holding fast to your composure and resolve. Thus you... Oh, he's not Southern, sorry. Thus you were able to stare terror in the face and survive unscathed. Well done, Mico. You have overcome the greatest hurdle in the quest to becoming a master of your own courage. You may now bring to bear the full extent of your abilities upon even the mightiest of foes. As for Fulkes, well, if there is even a shred of reason left in him, he will have learned the selfsame lesson as you this day. Painful through the experience must have surely been, one can only hope that it will serve to open his eyes to the truth. Yeah, he set us up just so he could come in and make himself the fucking hero. And they'd be like, you're too weak for that thing, when I was gonna easily fucking kill it. Go forth, Mico, and prepare yourself for further trials. I look forward to our next meeting. Yeah, I don't. The thing about it is, I don't. At all. Look forward to talking to you ever again. Do I have to talk to him when I become Dragoon? Whoa. Nice. Pack that thing with gunpowder and turn this into a harpoon gun. That's what I want to see. This is the level 25 quest. So that's not bad. We'll get a fork after this. Nice. And a glove upgrade or maybe some boot upgrades. That could be good. All right, cool. It's good to see you again, Meat. Fuck off. No, it isn't. And stronger than when we last spoke. Plainly, you have devoted many hours to training, which is just as well, for I have a mind to set you your next task. At the Bramble Patch, you came to grasp the true meaning of courage. I would have you put that courage to the proof before You can't say I came to grasp the true meaning and then also put it to the test. If I have it, and you can say that, it's already been tested. I fucking hate this guy. I would have you put that courage to the proof before 3 masters of our art. That's not what he's saying, to be fair. In the many years since they began their training within these walls, these men have led very different lives, yet they share the distinction of being regarded amongst the finest lancers of their time. And just as they once looked to their seniors for inspiration, so too shall you... Hello? So too shall you look to them. By availing yourself of their wisdom, you will take another step toward becoming a fully fledged lancer. Your first instructor is a man named... Is it Matayami? It could be Mathayami. I'm going to say Mathayami or Matayami. Either of them. Who knows? Depends on the origin language. I'm going to call him Matt. Seek him... Oh, fuck off. Amara Sexes. Okay. Seek him out at the spire in the Eastern Shroud, where he serves as a frontier sentry. Fuck me, dude. The long years at his post have honed Matt's perception. No detail escapes the man's piercing gaze. Present yourself before him for inspection, Mico, and do as he bids you. See, he's just bossing you around. There's no investment here. He's just a dick. He's absolutely unfit to lead. 100% confident in that. Where am I going? Over here to Hawthorne Hut. How far is that from town? Not far at all. Actually, it's right over here. Cool. Let's see if let's see if all the number of times I'm going to have to go back to this guy again, do I accidentally run past this man every time. Usually we'll get, like, down there before I realize it was that man. It's a yes or no question, so I'd like a yes or no. Is Yawain the man that I have to work with throughout the Dragoon questline? Like, do I have to get used to dealing with him after I'm done with Lancer, or am I done with him? Yes or no? Just so I can brace myself for having to put up with this shit. I do have a mount, but we're gonna give our dodo a break, man. Being inflated requires deflating, which takes time. Look at him. He's working his hardest, okay? You've got to give him a break. Okay. So I don't have to deal with him after this. We've only got, like, the end of this quest than the next, so I'm not worried about him. He's just such a dumb dude. Like, he's not even an interesting character. He just lectures you and then doesn't ever show that he's really worthy of your respect, and then actively undermines what should be a fair exploration, a fair series of questions to explore the validity of his teachings. He just shuts that shit down rather than allowing there to be a legitimate exploration, which would reaffirm, which if he was right would reaffirm him, but if he's wrong would undermine him, right? So obviously, clearly that's not what's happening here. He's not actually a charlatan, or maybe he is. Maybe that's the whole quest line, is I'm right, you know. It's not written that way, though. It's written very preachy. He's just written very preachy for no good reason. Oh, yeah? Is it the tall man? You have to get all the way up there. I almost feel like I should be rushing MSQ to the point that I get flying mounts, because that would be cool to be able to fly. I also think I need to play enough to appreciate the Lalafell and the tiny sheep. I need to play enough to appreciate the ability to fly and not see too much of the game from the air, you know. You must be the young Lancer I was told to expect. Greetings and well met. I am Matt, Commander... Oh, here we go. Commander of the brave men and women of the Spire. Now let's have a good look at you. Fucking pose. Hold on, I can't. I see. You possess strength and skill in abundance. This, there is no doubt. But you still want for experience. Oh, I don't doubt you've seen much and more. Mayhap you believe there is not left out to Mayhap you believe there's not left out there to unnerve you. No, I have seen dudes with two faces. That unnerves. Yet the world is wide, and only the gods can claim to know all. You may be assured that the legendary lancers of old faltered at times. No lancer or any man can foresee all possibilities, but he can steel himself for the unexpected. I would have you do just that. Take this bottle of fresh-spoken blood and sprinkle it at the foot of the great tree to the north. Doing so will lure out creatures of the night, which you are to vanquish. Okie dokie. Hey, Zalazi. Interesting. So, Zalazi says, for those of you on YouTube that don't have Twitch chat, Zalazi says, it's very weird seeing this low-level quest stuff. I've got a dozen or more characters all fully leveled, and I literally cannot remember ever doing these quests or even playing in this area much either. See, my entire play experience never got out of the 3 starter cities here. I have no concept of the scope of this game out of Gridania, Limsa, and Ul'dah. My character had gotten to like level 55 or so by doing daily stuff, but the MSQ never got... It stopped at the Garuda fight. Right at Garuda was the last MSQ that I did. After that point, I don't think I have any idea. No, that may not be true. I remember running... No, did I finish ARR technically? Because I remember running through a snowy castle with a bunch of dragons and then stopping. I think so. It's very interesting. That's part of why I'm trying to chronicle from the very beginning as opposed to starting from that point. There's a bit more after that? Okay, well that's the last thing I think I remember is we were running through a dungeon together. It was a snowy castle, and there were dragons that I was supposed to fire a cannon at, and I think I kept forgetting to. Yeah, and it's crazy to think that everything I've done so far really is just scratching the surface, and I can see how that would be the case. But that's part of why I'm trying to record this, put it on YouTube and chronicle it, because one way or another, I think it's either going to be for old characters that may either be nostalgia or a way to rediscover the early parts of the game that I think... Let me equate this to how this would be for Path of Exile. Whenever I play Path of Exile, every new league, your character gets wiped, you have new characters, you have empty stash, you've got to basically start over from scratch and build your way back up again. For players who have played a lot, going through the campaign, going through every act before you get to the end game that is the engine of what you're actually there to do for the most part for experienced players, which is mapping. Everything in the campaign is sort of the obstacle of getting up to speed to do mapping, which is then the main engine of the game. So the goal for experienced players is to kind of get through that shit as fast as possible, hopefully within one play session, and just be fucking done with it. And then get into mapping and be there for what you're playing the game to do. And I would not be surprised to find that for almost any game that can have a sense of that, you're, shout out to Guy Bossman, you're leveling a new alt, you're just playing, you just want to go through it again in the sense that leveling would be interesting. You want to go and level again. I imagine that there are people who want to do that as well. You want to have a character that's on a different server so that you can play with some different groups of friends. Whatever your reason, there are going to be times where you are going to have to start from scratch again in this game. But I think that in the same way that for me the campaign in Path of Exile is an obstacle to be overcome. It's not a process. It's a process. It's not a journey in the sense that we go and relive it again. We go and we really enjoy our time through it, and we take our time and enjoy it again. I think that for those players that have been playing this for X number of years and have been like that, players like you, Zalazi, that's why I'm trying to go through this and also provide that an analytical element of it, where I, as somebody who does not know what comes after this for the most part, I really don't. I don't remember ever coming here for the most part, even though I did at one point. The first time I went through, I never read dialogue. I didn't. I just blasted through the dialogue, skipped every cutscene, and I was just there to play the game to make the most of my subscription. And it was also because I didn't really want to know the story, because I knew eventually I probably would end up either streaming or recording my journey through the game. I think that there's a value for players that do know everything and may have forgotten all this stuff at the very beginning, to be able to go through it again with me, and it's either new to you because you've forgotten it, or it's either stuff that may have changed since last time you've done it, because I know that they've cut out a lot of quests, and they might have actually done some rewriting and streamlining of some other things, potentially, to make them fit a little bit better together. I don't know. I do know that every expansion or so they've come in and removed some of the MSQ, but I don't know, I just think that there's value for that, you know? Yeah. Interesting, yeah. That was Stone Vigil that we did, Rion? I don't know. I'm hoping that, you know, whether it's now or in the future, because the beauty of putting this on YouTube is that somebody years from now can come back and be like, oh shit, I didn't know Mico played Final Fantasy, or, you know, I'm like a 10,000 viewer streamer and somebody wants to come back and see the days when I had, you know, 15 or whatever the fuck, and wants to see what the old streams looked like. That's what this is here for, you know. It's an archive of this experience, and I think it's going to be interesting the longer this goes. The more time goes between us doing this and then coming back to it. I'm curious how we're going to look back at this years and years from now. Will this be a great experience that we were really glad we saved? Is this something that ends up just being background noise for you know, someone else and, you know, is working from home. The pandemic's still going on 10 years from now, which seems to be the trajectory we're on. You know, the longer we go on, I think the more value this as a sort of time capsule of Final Fantasy is going to be. Yeah, I think Kat's right. She's just standing right here staring at the back of my head. You fucking weirdo. She says, for the players that have played up through the most recent stuff, coming back and seeing things fresh and knowing what we know now, you see other things. I suppose there's also an element of that. You know, I would always tell students, and they always hate this fact. It's one of the saddest things I tell them, is that when you read something, to get the most out of it, you've got to read it multiple times. No matter how many times you read a book or read a story, you will always discover new things about it. You'll make new connections you didn't see before. The first time we do something, our perception is kind of overloaded because we're taking in all of the stuff and everything is new. So the entire volume of content has to be processed and analyzed the first time you experience it. The first time you read a book is that way. And a lot will get past you because you're overwhelmed. You won't feel overwhelmed necessarily. This is also why the first time you do something can feel like it goes faster. Every time you do it after that, it feels like it either goes slower because it's less interesting to you. And sometimes the opposite is true. The first time slows down because your brain is overwhelmed. So it focuses your perception in that way. And then every time you do it after that, it goes faster because you're not as focused. Hello? Anyway. The same thing happens with consumption of really anything. This is my first time through. I'm sure that when I get to that end stage, if I were to come back and watch all this, it'll never happen. But if I were to come back and watch all this again, yeah, I'm sure I would pick up on that stuff too. Somebody who knows all the end game stuff, who knows the future, and then coming back and looking potentially at foreshadowing, or, you know, looking back at a time when it was so simple, all that stuff. There's so many different things that people at every level of their journey with this game is going to be able to look at this experience and hopefully get something from it. You know, that's the thought. So Zalazi says, I'm guilty of buying the skips because in the past, the MSQ was so painfully slow. I haven't yet done the new story plus, and I'm curious to try it out. Bit too busy blitzing the expansion, getting everything to 90. But I really do not want to retry the story, as I confess I've not paid attention. But I really do want to retry the story, as I confess I've not paid attention. Well, Zalazi, I think that you should. What I've seen so far is a really good attempt at building some endearing characterization. It feels entirely Final Fantasy. At this stage, it's feeling very Final Fantasy XII, which for me is a good thing. We're getting into what feels like a lot of international politics. We're getting into politics. I love Final Fantasy politics. The way that they write these. They're high fantasy politics in a way that that Game of Thrones attempted to be good politics. It's awful politics, but it tried. Final Fantasy XII does good politics really well. And this game seems like it's giving a lot of those vibes there. You can only experience something for the first time once. That's true, Rion. But there's nothing that says you can't relive it and still get additional joy in being with somebody and sharing with somebody their first experience and being excited to compare your reactions and how you felt about something to how they felt about it. And I think that's why reactions to Final Fantasy content is so popular as it is. Enjoy Dintin's Fern. Yeah, we'll see. But I'm not skipping anything. I'm going to go through and see everything I can. The only stuff I'm skipping is stuff that's like tutorial quests, like I'm going to unlock dying and glamour and stuff that doesn't really have narrative merit, or it's not really that interesting enough to really warrant being showcased in this way. But I suppose this playthrough is for anybody who doesn't want to themselves have to go through the whole thing, wants to have some Final Fantasy in the background, wants to get some thoughtful analysis as they go through the story and get that experience.
Hey, Zalazi, you and me are going to be best friends forever. I'll make sure I watch you.
That'd be great. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. If I didn't want to have to go through myself and spend my time to actually go through and play the game, if I wanted to be able to do something else, but I still wanted to experience that story, that's what this is about. That's exactly what this is about. And Zalazi, if I don't know at what point you've come in, if you've been lurking the entire time through, or if tonight's the first time you're coming in to see the Final Fantasy, we have all of these on YouTube. Everything from the making our character, waiting around 3-hour queues, to getting in now. But I'm trying to do some very thoughtful analysis of the writing as a writer, as a literary analyst. You know, hey Frackle, trying to sort of look at the mechanics of the way that the characters are written as the plot is being laid out and those things, to really dig into not just being able to sit back and enjoy the experience, but then to turn around and be able to dissect them as well. I think that there's a value in doing both. What I do want to do is trying to do less line by line. That's how I analyze is I'll literally, if I were to, when I did in the past in college, I wrote an essay about the Dark Knight, I think what it's called. The one with Heath Ledger as the Joker. I made a literary analysis that the Dark Knight with the Heath Ledger Joker, that is a one-to-one retelling of John Milton's Paradise Lost. I got an A on that paper, mate. I was right, because it was in a world religions literature course in college, and we had to make an essay about Paradise Lost. So I said, why don't we do a comparative analysis to this other, because I was randomly watching the movie, and then I was like, wait a minute, Batman is God, the Joker is the devil, and Harvey Dent is literally the representative of all mankind, who is equally good and bad in between, corrupted by the devil. Everything is 100% a one-to-one retelling of the major plot points of John Milton's Paradise Lost. Anyway, so it was a nice coincidence, because I didn't know what I was going to write about until I watched the movie. But I went back and watched it a second time once I knew I was going to do it, because every line I was writing down timestamps and analyzing it and annotating the movie. But the way I analyze things usually is in the moment, immediate reactions, because narratives are constructed like a brick wall, and every brick changes the shape of that wall, if that makes sense. And you have to analyze the production in its shape as it is, so every brick goes in, and now suddenly things have changed a little bit. If it's good writing, every word that comes out of a character's mouth, every sentence, every line that comes out of a character's mouth should be advancing some kind of understanding for the player. Not for the player too. There's a saying, if you're going to read a screenplay, if you're going to read Shakespeare's work, especially just any drama, any screenplays, any scripting, in every scene something has to be accomplished. You can never just have people talking for the sake of talking. It has to do character development that ends up being meaningful later. You have to foreshadow an event that is going to be meaningful to the plot later. You know, there has to be a function to every line. Nothing is innocent. So I go in with every analysis saying that good writing follows that principle. So every line that is written is meant to reveal something about the world, about the characters, about the scenario. So, you know, when we were looking at the 3 leaders giving their speeches out before we ultimately chose which one of the groups that we wanted to go with, I was analyzing not just what they said, but what it meant in the context of knowing that they're a political leader, and it's all, you know, it just, every single word that comes out of their mouth is meant to have a purpose within their speech, but also within the writing as a whole. So it's very difficult for me to not pause at every line and then say, you know, how I feel this might be revealing something there. A line-by-line analysis is probably far more invested than anybody really wants, but it is how I analyze, so I need to probably get away from that, because I think that you guys aren't nearly as interested in that level of depth. Because, I mean, a 15-minute cutscene will turn into a 2-hour analysis. It's just how my brain works. I'll do it in my head, too. But I probably just need to pull it out. You like it? Okay. Listen. We'll see. I don't know. It just, I know, I feel it's valuable, but at the end of the day, I am running a stream in which I'm meant to entertain you, so there's that push and pull. We'll see. In any case, I hope you get something out of it. Thank you for 7, Zalazi. I appreciate that. 3rd month 7 total. Absolutely catch up on the YouTube if you want to see more, and we're going to go through the entire thing together. Yeah, it's interesting to me. The players that do know are talking to each other as I'm doing my analysis. It's kind of like this several levels of meta-analysis going on there where the people who know are talking to each other and I don't have a clue, so I'm going in completely blind. I am very curious how accurate I am, but I know that I will see my accuracy as things play out, and I really enjoy that. Games are fundamentally art, absolutely. There is never going to be an argument that challenges that. I think even the most mechanicalized simulator of a game, Microsoft Flight Simulator, is itself art because it is an adaptation of reality. Any adaptation of reality, any representation of reality cannot be done without artistic license. There is just not a possibility. At some point, some person, some human being had to make a subjective decision to make the sky that blue. Or this blue. Slightly darker, slightly lighter, slightly more blue, slightly more yellow. Do we want to put this in this other place? And they can use references all day, but at some point the implementation is done through a human subjective perception of that thing, which makes it artistic. Thereby, any human creation, even our speech, is art, and that's why they say language is art and a science. There are rules that we use to navigate, but at the end of the day, your effectiveness is the only real rule that matters. That's what makes it an art. If you're effective in your ability to communicate, that's all that matters. But anyway, yeah, that's why games are art, absolutely. Analysis of art is interesting stuff to Frackle. Seeing what it's saying, yeah, that's the level that I like to analyze these things. Is that all literature is a conversation between the writer and the reader. Everything that happens in the story is sort of, it's fodder for a conversation that will never really be had, and that's why literature is such a treasure to me. You have to look at all literature as very much this. Some person with something, some life experience, or some lesson they've learned in life, something about the human experience has evoked in them a need to share that experience with you. So they have created a story, if it's fiction. They have created an entire world in which they can manifest this idea to play out in front of you so that you can see it, rather than just telling you, as a philosopher might, how you should behave and think and feel about the world. They allow you to play an observational God for just a moment and walk through the shoes of another human as they are going through something, and to use your empathetic capacity to then learn as they do. It's a chance for you to step into somebody else's life and live it for a minute, which I think is beautiful. But you have to look at every piece of literature as that author's attempt to instill in you some understanding of the human experience that you may never otherwise have been able to get to. Things that I will never be able to experience myself, I like to read about. I don't like reading about stories that I could self-insert. However, sometimes I really do want to read about stories in which I could self-insert because they end up being cathartic. Sometimes literature presents you stories that are lives or events or outcomes you wish you had experienced, and you get to have a bit of cathartic release sometimes. And being able to see that go well for somebody else, even if it's fake, right? Even if it's fiction, you still have very real feelings about what happens to them. And I think that's valid. Shout out to Mistress Cake. There was a book I read that was about, it was very similar to my experiences in college with coming to terms with, he was coming to terms with his sexuality and being rejected basically most of his life, and then finding his people, losing his people, and then realizing that he was actually just kind of okay being on his own, and that was okay, and he didn't need other people. And I mean, it was a powerful thing for me to read, because it was a realization I hadn't really fully come to myself, is that I was okay alone. And today, I'm very much okay alone. I do not want other people. Maybe too much. You know, but books can be powerful opportunities to transcend your own life and live others. There's no difference between how the story is presented. The mode of presentation doesn't matter. If it's a movie, if it's a book, if it's the narrative of a video game, it's all still valid as a presentation of a narrative, and a narrative itself is what matters. Everything else is whatever. So yeah, that's one reason I've gravitated towards games too, because as somebody who's dyslexic, it can be very difficult for me to chew through a book. My eyes will skip lines frequently. It'll take me about 3 times as long to read a single page as it will somebody else. And it ends up being so fucking frustrating as a while, because it's hard for me to really get immersed, because I'm having to work so hard just to chew through the text. That's why I flub so much on these lines too. Is most of the time I'm guessing, and I have to be able to predict the text in order to make it smooth. I don't know, but the narratives in the game is absolutely something that was accessible to me because of voice acting. All the times before audiobooks were really a thing, you know, video game narratives are my first exposure to being able to really fully immerse myself in a narrative and enjoy it and not have to work for it in the way that I have to work for reading. So that's why I really have gravitated toward this medium. I liked movies, but I found them to be too short and shallow. I like the long-form TV series that have become a thing in the last 5-10 years. Shows like Ozark, Peaky Blinders, you know, your Netflix long drama series. Those are fantastic. Before we knew that, what's his face? Kevin Spacey, dude. Before I knew that he was a sexual assault asshole. Fuck that dude. God, I'm so angry. Cause he was my favorite actor. He was my 100% top favorite actor because I just love good villains. But man, I can't bring myself to. I can't see any of his performances in the same way. You know, it's a shame. But House of Cards, you know, through a certain period was really fucking good. Very well written and extremely evocative of some really good questions that I thought were really good. Yeah, I get a little bit too into the villain role. There's something I think about a lot. And it's a saying in acting that you end up playing the characters that are inside you. You cannot play a character that is not, to some degree, who you are. Because for you to give a convincing performance of something, you have to be able to draw on a real emotion, base of emotion to be able to do that. The best performances are pulled from a real emotional place. I think about that a lot for the people that tend to play the same role over and over again. That really does speak to kind of who they are. And that's why I'm really trying to be mindful of the roles that I end up picking too. And I'm very curious about the roles that I end up getting selected for so far are really telling to me about the kind of person that I end up comfortably becoming. When I'm told to put on a mask and become an anti-hero, I find that very easy. I find that very easy to do. And I would say that, you know, if real life were a video game, I would say that so far I've been an anti-hero. I don't make friends easy. I don't like friends for the most part. It takes a very special kind of person to get into my inner circle and then be somebody that I really want to spend time with and open up to. I attribute that to a history of trauma, but as everyone has. But I've been mostly isolated my whole life because I live in an extremely conservative town in Texas as a kid who outed himself before he knew what gay was. People knew he was gay. And that fucked me over. You know. Anyway, so I've always just ended up kind of sticking to myself, not getting involved with people. I tend to be a maverick. I'm a troublemaker in the sense that I don't have patience for bullshit. And I'm willing to lose my job to tell you that you're really bad at yours. And it's why I did so well as a teacher. I was in an environment where I was too good to fire. They couldn't get rid of me without there being, you know, some backlash that I don't think they could have afforded at the time. And I knew that I had that power and I used it. I was not their friend. I was going to fix them whether they wanted me to or not. And that is very much the kind of role that I've ended up getting as an actor too. A lot of those, I've gotten some sweet guys that are the sassy ones that are pointing out the obvious, that are delivering the punchlines in a lot of cases. And I've played villains that are zealous. And I would say I am very much. That if I were not, I know this about myself. Two things about myself. I know that if I were to ever try hard drugs, I think I would get addicted. I think I would. I think I have a personality, and I think I have everything I need to get addicted to hard drugs. And is a reason that I'm afraid of that, and I've worked so hard to stay away from it, even though I have had a lot of exposure. I've luckily been managed to walk away from it every time. Yeah. I mean, I have seen a pile of cocaine. I have seen a mound of marijuana before, which, I mean, that's, you know, whatever. It's pot. Who gives a shit, you know? Never done a single drug in my life. I haven't even smoked cigarettes. I have dreams about smoking cigarettes. I don't know. But anyway, the roles you end up taking on usually are a reflection of who you really are, because you have the ability to evoke that character. I think about that a lot when I think about characters like, or actors like Kevin Spacey, who always play the worst kind of villains, and then, they turn out to be that. And it ends up being almost not a surprise that those roles ended up bleeding over into the real life. That's why I'm worried about, like, Giancarlo. I love him. Love him. He's not my favorite villain actor right now. Although, honestly, who's the other one? He's the main actor in Ozark. I cannot remember his name. He's got a nose of noses. He's such a good actor. He always plays the same guy, too. Sweet, kind of meek. Straight to the point, not a lot of time for bullshit, kind of way in over his head, but definitely willing to do dirty work, usually wrapped up in other people's. Bateman? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Isn't it Jason Bateman? Is that it? There's also the guy who played Frodo does it very well. Not Frodo. The guy who played Bilbo does it very well. If you watch the Startup, actually, the Startup watch only the first season. Do not watch the second season. But if you watch The Startup, it's a fantastic show for the first season. Some of the best antagonist characters. I mean, it's just so well written up through the first season. Yeah, Jason Bateman, him for Ozark. Oh, I fucking love him. Love him. He's so good. Yeah, I got a little bit too into the villain role. But anyway, yeah, Frackle was saying, these are tangents that happen. I'm sorry. If you're someone on YouTube has like been fast forwarding looking for when we actually play the game. Yeah. Yeah, and you're absolutely right, Freckle. The point of literature is not just in the context of the in-game story, but how it's supposed to relate to the player in the real world. Yes. Literature is a conversation between the writer and the reader about the world. Yeah, that's why I was not sure about Bateman, because of American Psycho, which I'll always associate that name with him. Hey, it's Umbreon. Hello, Umbreon. Bitch. All right. Umbreon, you don't have a minion. What's wrong with you? Anyway, let's play some video games. Oops. You've never seen American Psycho? I would say it's a movie we should watch when you come visit. It's an interesting movie. It's a fairly big cultural icon, I'm pretty sure, right? It's in the same vein of classics as like Pulp Fiction. Anyway, let's play some video games. What the fuck was I doing? I'm gonna go run this way. Compass says go this way. Sprinkle fresh spoken blood at the foot of the great tree. Oh, this one. Oh, that's it. We're just guessing this is the right tree, by the way. Okay, anyway. It's time to punch things with my stick. Cat, you okay? Do I have AoE on this build? No, I don't think this class has AoE yet. Oh, Jesus. Also, this stuff's only level 15. What is happening here? Okay. I'm pretty sure what I need to do is... I don't know my combo anymore. Hold on. God, fuck off, blood bats. I'll take a look at this. I think it's 1, 2, 4. One of these gives me a buff. I can't remember which one. Is it 1, 3, 1, 2? Look at my combo. Let's do 1, 3. I think it's 1, 3, 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah, I think about that too. 3 is my buff. Okay. I think about this, a couple things. What I know about myself, if I'm playing a game and I feel like I'm close to being done with it, and I want to get out the cheat codes, and I did this a lot with like Grand Theft Auto when I was a kid. I'd play the game, but eventually what I'd want to do is bust out the cheat codes, give myself a bunch of guns, and just run around the city and just have fun, you know, just sandbox it. And in any other game that I would do that, Grand Theft Auto not so much, but in any other game I would play where I was kind of getting to the end of my play cycle with it, I was like, okay, now I just want to break it and see what happens. Whether I use cheat codes or not, once I got to the point where I had broken the game and there were no longer any stakes, I didn't have to try for anything, I didn't have to work for anything. That's when the game becomes boring, right? It's at that point that in order to entertain myself, I've got to make the entertainment more extreme for myself, and you can already see the parallels that I'm going to draw here. I've got to make the stakes more extreme for myself in order to keep it going, the same way that stories have to become more extreme if you're going to have multiple arcs. Think about Dragon Ball Z. God arrives, we get strong enough to kill God. Then God arrives, and we get strong enough to kill God, and then it repeats. I don't see any reason that exact cycle of running out of meaningful challenge leads to a sort of depravity where your standards and your immersion with the sanctity of the environment erodes, because nothing matters anymore. And I think as soon as any human realizes that there are no more stakes, nothing matters, they can do whatever they want. I don't know if there's a real religion that believes this, and not necessarily that I do. And I can't remember where I had heard this, but there was a myth of a god that upon realizing he was God, killed himself to be reborn because the knowledge that he was God was too great to bear, and it ruined the joy of living, and that explained who we all are, as that we are gods who are not yet self-realized, in that we just continue the cycle of reincarnation in order to experience the joy of living. Because without the limitations of mortality, living is not worth it. I don't remember where that came from, but I've thought about that a lot. And I think that it absolutely happens. You know, it's the kind of idea. There's also a property of psychology where we will always want just a little bit more than what we have. Hey, June. In the sense that, you know, if you're poor and then suddenly you become middle class, well, you're still always going to find things you wish were a little better, even with good intentions, right? So then what happens when you become wealthy? Well, there's always going to be something could be a little bit better. When does that end? When is enough enough? And the answer obviously is probably never. Everything becomes the need to pursue a further, greater achievement when the greatest achievement that we should have ever needed was long since reached. I don't know how we got on this point, but anyway, that's where we are. We're killing bats. Welcome back, son, and well done. I bore witness to your battle with mine own eyes.
Bullshit, you can't see shit!
The blood bat bewilders its prey with its ceaseless flittering, which makes putting a spear on the beast an exercise in frustration that may easily have given rise to panic. Yet, to your credit, you fought on resolutely, and thus emerged the victor. You literally didn't die, therefore you win. Ywain has taught you well. That fucker hadn't done a thing for me. You have a way to go, to be sure, but beneath those rough-hewn edges, I see the makings of a great lancer. With my blessing, make your way to Buscaron's Druthers. I need to go there anyway! We might as well turn in our other quest. Make your way to Buscaron's Druthers in the South Shroud. It's there that your next instructor, Buscaron himself, awaits. Now, I wonder if they're going to have any idea that I've already done the MSQ kind of going through that area. If I'm going to talk to him and be like, yeah, you did a great job clearing out the beast small, that's great. But also, hey, friend, who are you? Can I get you a drink? Go sit down somewhere. I'll be with you in a minute, sir. You know, are we going to have a complete change in tone between these two sets of writing? It's the one thing about overlapping characters and multiple quest lines is that if you don't have flags that tell the character to change their dialogue based on prior experience, then it ends up being pretty jarring. It's one of the easiest ways to lose immersion to me. Not that we're immersed. It's Final Fantasy. You know, we're not here for an immersive experience. We're here for, you know, people named Raging Alcoholism. Shout out. The man had a unique approach to our art. Though it's a fair while since he hung up his spear, his words are well worth hearing. Indeed, lancers visit him as much for his counsel as they do for his mead, good though it is. By meeting Buscaron and availing yourself of his knowledge, your lance work will surely improve. Okie dokie. Like, we couldn't just get another map, just a sort of token throwaway character to be able to do there. Why Buscaron again? Like, that's one thing where I'm going to be like, did we really need to overlap these characters? Is Buscaron that interesting? I would say, nope. He's not. I don't know why we keep talking to him. He owns a bar out in the woods. Is that enough to be that interesting? Why not have a person at the bar? Why does it have to be Buscaron himself? I don't know. I get kind of tired of looking at him. It's the same thing with Mother Miyun. Like, is there nobody else in Gridania who could be given this task or could be giving this task to me? Why is the first person I go and talk to, you know, the door lady of Gridania? Why is the door lady of Gridania also apparently one of the high orchestrators of important business. Like, she should not be at a desk at the airport. She should be in an office somewhere where the management is, you know? When you have a character that ends up being too important like that, you get burnt out. Like, I want to see somebody else now. Give me another personality. Especially when someone calls themselves mother in the third person. Don't ever fucking do that. Like, instantly hate your character. So uncomfortable. Like, it's one thing if other people call you mother, or if it's like the official title of being like Mother Teresa. Sure. You know, as a title of respect. But calling yourself mother? Maybe that's normal in another culture. Maybe that's like a Japanese thing I'm not aware of. Which would then make it not weird. But then why have I also never seen it before? Mommy Miyun. The fuck am I doing here, by the way? And where am I going? I've been to this man's house so many times and I have no idea where he lives. It's down here? Am I up here? Where am I? Oh, what? Okay, we're gonna go this way. I was so close and just ran past it. Cool. Shout out to the people in YouTube comments that knew that already. I think, honestly, the beautiful thing about doing this live and then putting it on YouTube is that when we're live, we can have these conversations that go on massive tangents. I still think they're valuable. I just also know that the people who don't really care are going to get run off. And again, my job is also to entertain an audience as much as it is to provide the analysis. And in some cases, I think that if it wasn't us being here in person and hanging out together, we wouldn't have these conversations, you know? I would just stay focused on the quest. We would edit those tangents out unless they ended up being useful, that sort of thing. But I think that there's definitely going to be somebody somewhere. Now we're in the future watching that YouTube video that's like, well, man, I kind of had an interesting epiphany thinking about a conversation I saw in a Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play on YouTube. They were going to be like, fucking what? He wasn't a Lalafell, was he? No, it's fine. You know, I think it's useful to have these conversations, even if they're not necessarily what people are here for. I know you like tangents.
My dick.
I know you like my dick. You know, as a tier 6 viewer, Leandri, I know you're here for whatever the hell I do. I could sit here and, like, play solitaire with my feet blindfolded for 12 hours and then sleep on stream and you'd watch it. I know that. You're a tier 6 viewer. But the tier 1s and tier 2s that I need in order to take over the internet probably don't give a shit about my opinions of Kevin Spacey. You know? They probably don't, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. They're here to listen to me voice Lalafell. Ah, you're back. Tell me the Sylph Elder's well. Thank the gods for that. I don't rightly know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Frixio didn't come to any harm. Ah, but there I go tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure us peace with the Sylphs before all else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send word out on our friends of Charlayan and the Twin Adder, or both. You've done Gridania a great service this day, lad, and earned yourself a place of honor here at the Druthers in so doing. Be sure to come by whenever you feel like dropping it like a drop of Kikiran firewater. It's going to be a year from now, but it's also going to be immediately after this that we talk to him about questions and lancers. I'm just going to take the monies. Now let's see the massive change in tone as we go here. Oh, maybe not. Well, if it isn't you, she pet me back. She pet me back. Yes. Right. She canceled her teleport to pet me back. I just want to throw that out there. Nice. Hello, Archimald. Welcome back. And dotes me. Yes. Good. Of course she's Haru. Shout out to manager of head of Sloppy Clan. Leandre, I think you're in the wrong clan. Mutual pets? I even got a dote. Being pretty has its advantages, clearly. Well, if it isn't Yoane's protege. I thought it was about time you arrived. I'm Buscaron. See? Fucker, I know who you are. You just said that I'm like a permanent honored guest of your bar, and you're like, by the way, didn't know if you know me, my name is Buscaron. I'm Buscaron, and this here's my place. In case you were wondering why old Ywain sent you, I should mention I've not always been in the food and drink business. Before I opened the Druthers, I manned an outpost not far from here. Any road, between keeping throats wet and bellies full. Amen, sir. I ain't got a great deal of time to chat just now, so if you don't mind, I'll get on with educating you. See, you don't have time to talk to us now. We're not special enough. Now, take this nice bottle of full flower mead. Wait, don't open it. This ain't that kind of lesson. No, I want you to make an offering of it at Mistal's Lance, which is a monument tucked away in a rocky cleft to the south of here. See the bottle safely there, complete with its contents, and when you come back, I'll tell you a story. Got all that? Good. Okay, bye. And then we can immediately go back into, like, current, where we're the hero of his Druthers. And get the next little questy quest. Not gonna pick it up, though. We'll do a day of MSQ maybe tomorrow. It's just funny. Shout out to Gray McGribble. Great fucking names tonight, dude. They've been excellent. We are gonna play some marbles. Not marbles. Nope. Don't. Emil, put the boner down. We are gonna play some City Skylines tonight, for sure. Been enjoying that very, very much. Here we go. Mistal's Lance. This is the level 30 quest, is it not? It's the 25 one, so we're not quite to the... This is the penultimate quest of the faction. I really would like to figure out what we're gonna do with my boy, my husband, Fulcast. That's his name. We'll see. He's gonna ultimately have to. They're gonna show him as a coward, is what I expect to. Excuse me. I expect them to show him as actually a coward. And, you know, he's already had his pride wounded, but they need to show him coming around, joining Ywain as the true leader that he is, which he's not. But that's how the writing is being set up. Have we found McNuggy Deluxe yet tonight? We have not. We have not, which is very unfortunate. I'm probably gonna get outpaced by McNuggy Deluxe and also whatever the other one was, something combo. There we go. Vidya Jugador of Booba Clan. Excellent. So you offered up the meat as I told you, and without drinking a drop. Very well. You shall have a tale of me as promised. I lied. I drank that fucker out. Very good. Mistal is the man who founded the Lancers Guild, and the monument I sent you to was erected in his honor. In a little nowhere nook and cranny surrounded by antelope shitting all over his grave? We'll see. Mistal was courage made flesh. Cut him and I dare say he'd have bled the stuff. It was him. It's okay. It's writing a character dialogue. We can't assume that the character will have proper... Maybe he loved antelope. You know what, Fractal? You're right. Maybe the antelope were drawn to him. Like a big capybara. Like you, Fractal. You're a capybara. Mistal was courage made flesh. Cut him and I dare say he'd have bled the stuff. It was him who first identified the two aspects of a lancer's courage, as well as how to go about tempering them. And that weren't all he did. Seeing how the art had gone stale, what with our lancers keeping to the confines of the 12's wood, he sought to bring in new techniques and methods from faraway lands. Why is that not a thing we do anyway? But Gridania was a different place in his day. The outside world was a thing to be shunned back then, and not forest-born were considered faithless savages. Aye, it was even worse than now. Chorus old Mistal wasn't afraid to call that way of thinking what it was. A lot of ignorance and cowardice. To cut a long story short, despite a forest full of good old Gridanian stubbornness, he finally convinced the nation to open his doors to foreign lancers. And by blending their techniques with his own, he gave the world the art which you now practice. Shout out to Gnarly Nidam Head of Sloppy Clan. He's a green cat boy, of course. To this day, the Lancers Guild accepts students regardless of their origin. Shout out to Captain Meow. That wouldn't have been possible if it hadn't been for Mistal. Us Lancers owe him much more, and it's our charge to carry on his legacy. Never forget that. So many good names tonight, I know. Yeah, Panda, I'm excited to see Heaven's Sword as well. I don't think I got to it. I never saw a credit screen, let me put it that way. Yeah, Leandri, for sure. So back then, Gridania thought everyone else were savages, and now the Garleans think everyone here are savages in Eorzea, and I think you're right. It's one of those things where this a societal or a national superiority over another one is really fucking dangerous, because it's the same thing as like national pride is a fairly modern creation and tool of the upper class in which to divide us and then use us. It's bizarre to me to think that you can have pride to be from a country. I didn't choose to be born here. I'm not particularly proud of the things my country has done, and it is currently doing. Why would I be proud to be an American? Is that something I would go and brag about to other people? The very concept is saying that I am so happy that I'm an American and not anything else. Is it that bad to be French? Is it that bad to be Australian? Is it that bad to be from Brazil? Is it, is being from any of those other countries somehow inherently inferior to being an American? I don't think so. I think it's shitting on the rest of the world if you say that you're super proud to be where you're born from, or just to be of any national identity there. That makes sense to me. Bizarre. It's a bizarre concept to me. Anyway. What's that? When's the trial? Oh shit, I don't feel like laughing. You fuck off. Much as I hate to disappoint, there isn't one. Your courage was never in doubt, son. My part in your training's done. It's time you visited your third and final instructor, a fellow named, oh god, Vauclair? Is it Vauclair? Fuck me, French names. You'll find him whiling away in his time at the Bobbing Cork. I read that as the Bobbycock. Like as not, fuck's sake. Shout out to Luna Inferno. Oh, that's the name of an inn in Fallgord Float, in case you didn't know. Up in the North Shroud, it is. Bobbycock? Yeah, shut the fuck up, chat. 2 Lunas in 1 bar. Wow. This one's shorter than the other by far. Vauclair's an old rival of mine. Me and him used to go at it till... Oh god, me and him used to go at it till neither man could lift his spear tip off the ground. Fucking insane! I warn you, he was a right stubborn bugger back then, and the years ain't done much to improve his humors. So, good luck with impressing him. Okie dokie. I'll be back later to collect the quest for saving the world, by the way. Finger guns as I walk out of the bar. No, chat, I'm not thirsty. Listen. Cork is less likely to be said than cock, okay? I have a listing of word irregularities and like frequencies in my head. Cork, less common than cock. You're much more likely to see the word cock in your life than you are cork, okay? Am I supposed to go down here? No. My feisty little chocobo wants me to go down there, though. Speaking of feisty little chocobo, it's Fern. Goodbye. You're too powerful for me. Okay, speak with Vauclair, which is over here. I've not been there yet. This is a higher level area than I've been to so far. Where the fuck am I at? Oh, I'm not walking over there. Come on. You're fucking crazy if you think that's happened. I'm gonna go bit branch and wander my way up there. I'm gonna need help with reading French names in the future. If there's anyone in chat who feels confident with knowing how to pronounce these names, I'm probably going to be just in the voice chat and then go, how say? And then you're gonna have to say it extremely French for me. And then I'll get it, and then I'll say it not as French. But still fairly all right. There are throaty things that you have to do to pronounce things very French. And I am not very well versed in doing those throaty things. You're French, chompy boy? No fucking way. You'll have to be in voice chat to help me. I'm not even being fucking ironic here. I will need someone's help. Freckle? Hi, French, I'm Dad. Fuck off. There we go. I've been up here one time only and got aggro, jumped off the cliff, and fucking died in that order. French Canadian? Oh, that's fine. That'll work. Shout out to Kupopo. think I've been over this way. But what? Let me. Oh, you fucker! You can't actually get over there. I've been baited. Don't jump, Koopo. There we go. Guess we'll go over this little bridge here. Bridgy widgy. No, fucking frog. Stop that. Is that a frog? Toadstool. God damn, dude, I'm dumb. I can't wait to have the Spriggan mount. I think it's going to be adorable. Just get scooped by a Spriggan and just wiggle our way over to wherever the hell we're going. I can't wait to have more mounts, dude. I need to figure out how to get some more. So I can just have more in the roulette. Not that I don't love my Dodo boy. There's something different being proud of your culture, proud of your culture's accomplishments, things that are actually accomplishments. If it's an accomplishment, it's worthy of pride. If it's not an accomplishment, having pride about it is ridiculous and nonsensical. Having pride about a cultural cuisine is proud, because that is an accomplishment of generations of people trying to figure out what the fuck tastes good. And then we get to benefit from that accomplishment. You know, that makes sense. I need to get the crystal. That makes sense to be proud of your culture's cuisine. That's something to be proud of. Totally makes sense. Being proud of just being born in a particular piece of land doesn't make any fucking sense. There's no accomplishment associated with that, right? Anyway. Let's go do this. Pretty sure it's upstairs. Yeah, there you are. I'm just gonna call him Vogue. All right, sir, sit the fuck down. It's time to talk. Oh shit, you left me a plate. Nice. Cookies and churros? Those aren't churros. It's just a bunch of cookies. I'll take them. This man has seen some shit. Staring off into space with cookies and milk. I'm probably the hot baby's been waiting for. Let's see. I take it you were the young lancer of whom Ywain spoke. As an adventurer beside you by the look of you. Oh, and an adventurer besides by the look of you. I was an adventurer myself once. That was before I became a lance for hire. A freelancer. Here we go. Enjoy your cutscenes, Panda. But enough idle talk. You've come to learn from me, and learn from me you shall. Be warned, though, that you will not find me as lenient as instructor as the others. Now pay attention. Thus far, you have learned to muster your courage in situations of fear, panic, and uncertainty. With me, you will learn to do so in the face of change. It's funny because he's stubborn, I get it. There we go. Yeah, set up your quest Bukake Fern, and then be able to enjoy the glaze. Get the fuck off the table, you dodo! You can't do that, you're making me look bad! Oh, fuck, right in front of my teacher. Okay. The enemy is a living thing. Just pick up the dodo, like Mico SC. There you go. And squish him. That'd be great. The enemy is a living thing, and living things are apt to change. Whatever the nature of that change, a lancer must be able to think and adapt. And to think and adapt during battle, god damn it, requires courage. The fucking dodo. I hear you! Fuck! Fucking dodo. You smelled the cookies, man. He just jumps up on the table to get some. The googly eyes are what get me too. I fucking look. He just walks to the screen. Don't mind me, mister. I'm just seeing what's over here. For fuck's sake. Of course, Frackle has a dodo emote. You would. What a precious boy. He's so good. To teach you the meaning of my words, I would have you challenge a fiery fiend known as the Red Balloon. However, the creature will appear only where there is a raging flame. You may kindle such a flame by procuring 6 fingers from slain balloons and depositing them at a gutted campfire. This should suffice to entice the Red Balloon. As the battle wears on, the creature's fury shall burn with ever greater fervor until it's ripe to burst in a conflagration of death. Let courage lend strength to your lance and extinguish this fiery foe. Okie dokie. Did he just stop disappearing? Okay, we're off to kill some bombs. It's fine. Just sneeze, dude. Don't do it to me. Hey, cat, with your tiny bird. Tiny cat and tiny bird, for sure. It's time to die. There we go. Coke over there just like casually demanding more chicken in chat. Sucker, get left behind. I can't wait till my dodo is faster, man. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be even more comical, the fact that he's just fucking racing. It's so good. All right, time to punch. Okay, let me read my stuff again. It's been a minute since I played this. Excuse me? I see. Listen, finish your fucking quest while I read my stuff so you can fuck off. Anyway. Deliver an attack with potency of 170. Deliver an attack with potency of 100. Combo action True Thrust, which is our main one, which turns the potency up to 250. Very good. 3 is comboed off of True Thrust. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100. Becomes 210, granting Power Surge, which for 30 seconds gives our damage an increase of 10%. Okay, so that makes this end up being about 275, which is really nice. This is off of Vorpal Thrust, so it's a 1-2-4. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100. Out of Vorpal Thrust becomes 400. So 1-3, 1-2-4, 1-2-4, 1-2-4 until we need to do 1-3 again. So we're just going to swap that. We're going to do 1-4, 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3. It's much easier to do that. As far as I understand, that's exactly how that's being set up. Probably should set this as get this stuff just up there. Well, what is... No, I didn't mean to do that. Life Surge. Ensures critical damage for first weapon skill used while Life Surge is active. Okay. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. This is Piercing Talon. It's going to be used in certain circumstances, but not this one. Leg Sweep can swap with that. I've got my Leg Sweep on Control 4. Fuck you. I'm going to claim it. Okay, we do 4. Did I accidentally do 2? That's fine. This man's dead. There we go. Let's go see if we can find a balloon. This man's slurping them all off. Why is this man fighting these balloons so goddamn hard? He's going to have to trade 6 of them with me, okay? He's going to have to not eat them all. I also need to kill some Kakirans, but I feel like I can come back for that later. Running back here to catch them as soon as they spawn. Let's see if I can get the balloon. I think if I can get in and tag it, we'll be in a good spot. Yeah, watch as I actually get some of the kills too, bitch. Going for the next one. Going for the hares. I think the killing of the bombs is maybe coincidental. Potentially. We hope so. Yeah, fuck off. Looking just for the balloons. I don't care about anything else. Keep your rabbits. Is this a farming area? Do these shroud hares drop something in particular that would make them farmable? Let me go get that balloon over there. This person's trying so hard to get them before I do. They must drop something if this person's over here dedicated farming them. Alright. There we go. I'm gonna get my ass beat. It's okay. So what? Oh, fuck off. I hate just having to fucking wait. Well, I guess I don't have to wait. I could, let's kill this guy. I keep forgetting I have unlimited HP, so we're actually fine. I do need to kill, I don't know how many of the beaters, but we're gonna do that. I love the sound when they die. I mean, that's horrible, but I do. Ah, fuck off, Kira Ivanov. Oh, there we go. Give balloon. Yeah, I think she's only going for the hares. Which is fine. Leave the balloons for me, man. It's a quest thing. Don't kill the hare. Don't do it. Okay. She didn't do her AoE. Maybe she couldn't have. Maybe there's a heart in there after all. There we go. Bitch. There we go. Got 5 out of 6. There's only one more we need. Kieran is fine. I'm not going to worry about that. I need to get these guys. Just a couple more, I think. Yeah. 2 more. I don't think using the buff is ultimately going to matter if they're going to die in like 2 rounds of combos. I'm curious if the loss of DPS here, when does that pan out? You know, how many attacks do I need to do to the point that it recovers its own deficit, becomes profitable, if you will. There's a balloon over there. He's not getting attacked. It's possible that we may be able to finish this quest here. This is the first time I feel like I'm even remotely having to compete for kills. Didn't kill this balloon. Holy shit. Nice. One of the biggest reasons I stopped playing RuneScape ultimately was having to compete with other players for resources. I fucking hate that in any game. Just let me play, you know? If I cannot play the game because another person is playing the game, that feels like bad game design. There we go. Okay, use the fingers that cut. Oh, it's probably down here. Off we go. Goodbye, stupid hair. You're dead. Ah, it's right over here. Okay. Gutted campfire. I'm curious what they do drop. There's obviously something here that she's after. No, don't randomly do it. I meant to get off my chocobo. There we go. Alright, hand over the bomb. Oh, hi. It's time to punch. Here, I feel like it's probably a good deal. This looks like it'll be a more extensive fight. Oh, fuck off. You know, I should... Why am I not kicking it in the face? Maybe I'm not able to. You know? Oh, it's aggroed on Cat. Surprise. There we go. Yeah, that combo finisher is very strong. Is that Rion back there? He's so thick! Look at him, big boy. Snip him. Okay. Oh, might have been. Fuck off, Yorzen. Report to Vauclair. Okay. Big boy. Yes, he is. Give me my boy! There we go. Oh, it's Umbreon. There we go. Nice. Hello, friend. Okay, off we go. Turn this back in. It's not that far of a run at all. Athelstan there by the gate has a name. I'm sure he'll be talked to at some point, perhaps. This is one of my favorite areas. Like, this is fucking beautiful. I mean, it doesn't look like it sustains a population of more than maybe 100, but it's still a beautiful area. Aesthetically, I would love to see a full town like this. You know, Kat, this reminds me of that town in, was it the Tales game? The one with the twinks. It's pretty much every game we play, but you know the one. It reminds me of that starting town. Really nice. Oh yeah, upstairs. I'm surprised it lets me ride my chocobo inside. Like, you should have to get off it when you get inside a building, but that takes coding infrastructure that I'm sure is not worth the time to implement. And then the people that figure out how to get their mounts inside. So, you have vanquished the red balloon. No less than what I would expect from one of you, Ains. Your enemy altered its nature throughout the encounter, thereby causing the terms of battle to shift repeatedly. Yet ever did you press onward, your courage holding firm. There's not your fucking cookie. Stop. What is he doing? He doesn't know. No, stop eating. Those aren't. God damn it. Okay, we have to get out of here soon. Yet ever did you press onward, your courage holding firm in the midst of constant change. So it was that you emerged triumphant. Also, it's kind of ominous staring at him through our ears. Hold on. He hungry? Okay, I get it. Yeah. I am not known for being liberal with my praise, but you have done well. Yours is a genuine courage. Mind you, this does not give you the license to forsake your training. You are still but a fledgling among us, after all. I have finished with you. You may report back to Ywain. And when you do, tell that young upstart that I demand he show his face here from time to time. That is all. Okay. I didn't know if he was talking about Ywain or Fulcest. Does he know who Fulcest is? I'm curious what his history is with the guild. You know? Did I attune this already? I did. Okay, perfect. We've got old Gridania turning this in at the Lancers Guild, so just go turn this back in. Interesting. That was a quest that was mostly just fetching. Definitely... Yeah, I mean, ever since we've made the commentary about how the Pugilist questline was really internally focused, this one is almost without focus, and is part of the reason I think I don't like it. There is no real purpose to anything I'm doing, clearly. It's all about training me in the sense that they want me to complete some stuff. Wolf's gone wild, Sir Wolf. Whoa. The keeper of the wolf dick. Excellent. Cat, favorite that man. Meow. No meow. I know I'm going the wrong way, but this is where my brain says to go. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to teleport up to that, because that's how I got there last time. When I autopilot, I just retrace my own steps. That's all I do. So if I did it dumb the first time, we'll do it dumb again. See? But it's consistent. And that's how it works. That's how I cope. If I can get it done one time, it doesn't even have to be good. Just get it done once, and it'll get done infinite time. I know I could take the big crystal there. I know. I do know. I promise. I just didn't. All right, you Wayne. Hate him. Old Val Clark demands I show my face. I can only assume the buxom brunette at the float isn't lavishing him with the attention he craves. I knew he was waiting for a hot babe, and we were there. Very well, I shall see what I can do. As for you, Mico, well done. I never doubted that you would meet with the approval of all three men, yet I am no less proud of you for having done so. There we go. Sip or die, you're right, villain. You've traveled far along the Lancer's path, and soon you will no longer require my guidance. In fact, if you need overcome but one further trial to complete your education here. Do so, and I will give you my blessing to leave the Lancers Guild and embark upon a new adventure with spear in hand. Like, there's just no purpose to anything that we've done with him so far. No stakes, no greater meaning. Like, I'm hoping that we get to see Folkest again. Like, let's get some closure there. But they're just gonna fuck over his character even more. Like, I'm not even interested, really, at this point. I would rather not see what they're about to do to him than see it, you know? The closure's not worth them ruining my boy. As ever, apply yourself to your lance work. Return when you're ready for your final challenge. I look forward to our next meeting. I probably have to duel Folkest and kill him myself. I wouldn't be surprised. I think the boots are better. I can't actually do it because I'm slightly too short. But that's okay. We have a fork, and I think that's enough for now. Let me go ahead and just chill out right here. We're in a sanctuary, so this is a good place to do it. I keep not knowing where the sit button is. What a precious boy. He's so good. We love him. Anyway, chat. Just you and me now. Listen, that's going to be it for Final Fantasy. I forgot to hit the record button again. You know what? We can hit it now. YouTube, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back in the next one. Continuing where we left off, probably finishing the Lancers Guild, and getting into Dragoon would be nice. We need to bump this up. Probably do our daily roulette as Lancer. Get that bumped up to 30. That's what the daily roulettes are there for. Anyway, so that'll be good. Get us up to 30. Finish this quest immediately, and then go become Dragoon. And then from there, probably catch up with Marauder. Maybe start Warrior. I really do want to have some time to just sort of clean up the backlog. Clean up the... Hello. Clean up the backlog of quests that we need to do as far as job quests go. Because I don't want to fall behind on those at all. Welcome back, Panda. I really don't want to fall behind on those. And I don't want to zerg through the MSQ too quickly, because I think that there are definitely segments that are nice breaking points. Like right now is a good breaking point right at the end of that last dungeon. Maybe a little bit after it. Maybe this next quest is the one that we really probably should have ended on, but it feels good right now. He's so fast. Yes, he doesn't know where he's going, but he's going to get there fast. He's so good.